Okay, mic check. How you guys hear me? What's going on? This is going to be our third live episode of the Sit Down, guys. It's so good to see you all here. Let me pull myself up. How's it going, chat? How's it going, community? Over there from Jalie side pulling up. I see you. Good to see you all, man. Let me get nice and comfortable. It's going to be a good evening. The one and only. I hope I'm saying the name right. Can anybody correct me from her community? It is Jalie, right? It's not Jalie. It's Jalie. I know she puts the pronunciation in some of her profiles. I want to make sure. Okay, so it is Jalie. Okay, gotcha. All right. I don't want to be rude when she walks in. She's already in the rating room, ready to go, and should be a good one, as long as I'm saying it respectfully. Guys, same thing, same as the way we did it last time. We're gonna be deactivating the alerts for this one. All right, we're gonna show respect to our guests. We're gonna have a nice little sit-down conversation. Later on in the podcast, we'll get into viewer questions, I'm assuming, as long as she's comfortable with it. And we're gonna be prioritizing super chats like always. So I appreciate you all being here. Mods, thank you so much for showing up. Vex, still doing the trial mod, I see. You're doing well. Dark Dementa, appreciate y'all being here, and Jalie's community as well. And yeah, let's get into it. We won't keep it further ado. Got my notepad ready, and let's go ahead and crank down this music. Let's bring in Jalie, and I'm looking forward to this. I really am. So let's go full screen here, and I gotta let our guest in. So everybody give a warm welcome to Jalie Rojas. This is gonna be good. There we go. I think we can't hear you, but
hey,
there we go.
Me?
All right. Oh yeah, I hear you, chat.
Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah, please, chat. Let me know if you can hear. We want to make sure. Like, okay, good.
It works.
Yes, you got a very responsive crew here.
Yeah.
They work with you.
Yes. What's up?
Appreciate you, man. Welcome to the sit down. It's good to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to not look at chat. You guys are
Yeah. It's okay. You're throwing me
off. I'm so excited that you guys are all here. I usually like go do like a roll call. Hi everyone.
Yeah. We'll definitely get into that later, but I just want you to, for sure. First of all, I want to start off by saying, like I said, thank you so much for doing this. It takes a lot of bravery. Sometimes people don't want to do this because the nerves get to them and they're like, ooh, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I hope it seems like we got a good impression off you.
I told myself I wasn't going to be nervous, but like my heart rate is a little bit like accelerated for sure.
I'm here to put you at ease.
Like,
I got it.
It's like my first thing like this. So no, but I'm ready. Happy to be here. My name is Jalie. For all of you guys that don't know me, it's Jalie. Okay, not Jalie. Not Jolly. All right, it's Jalie.
Not Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. But I used to get called that in school.
Really?
Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, kids are so predictable, huh?
Yeah. That was my name, and I didn't mind because Jolly Rancher was my favorite, especially the blue raspberry one.
It is a good candy. So to be fair. So, yeah. I mean, you did a little Among Us stream yesterday. I sent my guys over there. How was that?
The Among Us stream today, it was interesting. We play like Among Us maybe once a week, maybe once every other week, just to vibe. And it was a little bit chaotic because people just love to come and troll and use their hacks or their whatever. I used to not understand like how cartoons were made. I don't get how people can hack like 15 other people's game with their game. The math isn't mathing. So
yeah, sometimes they're a little too smart for themselves.
Yeah, like and why would you do that? What enjoyment, So but it was fun. I had fun with my community. So we ended up scratching the whole Among Us. We ended up watching SMG4, like a little movie that they got going, and just did some Wordle. And just vibed, yeah. And then I just cut it short.
I saw you you pinged earlier. I didn't get to see it, but you guys were reacting to some video N64 thing. I saw the video that you recorded of that, and I was like, what in the world?
It was my first time. You don't understand, like every single time in stream, it's like, watch. I'm like, what is that? Why? And what is the meta? Like, I just didn't get it. So They finally made me do it. And I was like, let's get a recording. Cause that's just some people's content as well. Like they're purely SMG4 reactionists, you know? And
we
I'm
have
like,
one
well,
in our community. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, let's see what this is all about. And yeah, I was, I'm still emotionally damaged from it all. Like literally, I don't get it, but hey,
Yeah.
you know, if they like it, sure. They can react to me reacting to what they like. So yeah.
Yeah, I personally don't get it, but I'm glad you're able to make fun of it somehow. So
no, yeah, it's
woman
fun
of the people.
if they enjoy it.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
if they enjoy it, then that's what matters. So speaking of which, let's walk me through that if you don't mind. The beginning of all this. What made you wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to put myself in front of a camera? Like,
my gosh. Okay, so it started. Man, I've been doing this for so long. If I think of the roots, I grew up in like MySpace era.
Wow.
And like, you know, and like you just take like, okay, so like MySpace back then was like a Twitter, you know, you just like put your thoughts kind of thing.
No.
And then MySpace became like a meta for like live streaming and posting, you know, it's just like all of that stuff. So I actually did my first ever live stream. It was in 2018. And it was after like a bunch of like my coworkers were like, girl, you need to get on live because you do good makeup and just do it and we'll watch and you can show us like your tricks, because you can say things to people like verbally, but they don't like it doesn't translate the same as when it's you're watching someone do it. So yeah, I guess that's where it spawned. Like I did my first ever live stream was on MySpace, and then gaming was 4 years ahead. So I think that's where I started like where the seed was like planted, if you will.
Gotcha. So yeah, you did your first one. What was that, if I may ask? In 2018. Yeah. Well.
Oh, like for gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like actual streamer vibes.
Sure.
It was on Twitch. It was in August 2022 was my first time. And it's just people in my life like, girl, you need to stream. Like you need to get in front of a camera. You would be great at this. You play the games anyway. Just do it. And I'm like, all right. And then just one day, and I was like, no, I'm going to try to stay in like the content in my, like what I'm used to. Cause that's like, we'll get into it, but it's just completely different, you know? But so then I started on Twitch. I think the first game that I ever streamed was Mario Kart on Twitch, and it was just to myself and like whoever tuned in, and I just enjoyed it. And then I just started doing it all the time. And then I got a lot of familiars. I was recommended Fall Guys, which I was playing Fall Guys previously, but I was recommended to stream Fall Guys because it was very like a thing over there on Twitch. And then like, yeah.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. And then I have a journey of coming over to YouTube as well. So I started with the MySpace thing. And then I was like, okay, well, I guess I got to make a YouTube channel since I'm going to be like, doing these beauty things and beauty reviews and things like that. So that's when I started my YouTube channel. And I did that like I took 2 years off, just like one after the other, barely did anything on there, but I did get like 1,000 subscribers from that. So, and some of my videos were doing really, really well because I reviewed like hair product. Let's not get into it, but yes. So then I started with Twitch on streaming, and I was like, all right, so I already did something here on YouTube. So let me just finish what I started on YouTube. And then my first goal was partnership. And then once I got partnership, I took down all the beauty stuff and just like remained in the gaming realm, if you will.
Yeah.
So that's everything.
Okay. Well, there's some bits and pieces I wrote down. If you don't mind, I want to get into it a little bit.
Sure.
Get into some details. So you say your friends, these are coworkers mainly, right? They're pushing
like coworkers, friends, like anybody just that I was around. Yeah.
And they're like, Jalie, you have a knack for this.
That I just need to do it. You just need to get in front of a camera and do something. And my mom, actually, when I was growing up, she was very much like that. She put me in like acting school when I was young. Wow. And I lived in Boston, Massachusetts. And like, it's just been a thing in my whole life. So I just got pushed to do it, and I'm here and I'm enjoying it and I love it.
Yeah, I can tell. And I can tell, which I would love to get into, because I know starting on Twitch for me was a little disheartening. And I know you said you made a journey towards YouTube. Was it a painful journey that you can get into, or?
Okay. It's okay. So since I'm talking to you, like I'm so used to like capping myself because my community, as much as I love them, I can't like go on and on and on about this stuff. So, but I have to like uncap for you. So,
Please.
okay. So
You're safe
when I
here.
started on Twitch, it was very much like I got a lot of people that I vibed with that I'm still connected to on Twitch.
Yeah, I saw you mention that.
So what I did, I was completely under an alias. Like you could not find me if you tried. Like if you knew me from my beauty content or from high school or from whenever, you could not find me on Twitch. I was so experimental with the whole thing. And then I was like, wow, I could really see myself doing this. And mind you, I've never watched another streamer. I've never seen how other people game. I have no idea the community and what games I'm playing. And now, you know, fast forward, all of that matters. It all matters. But I just jumped into it. Like I literally just didn't know anything about anything. And
yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Like, I didn't know if you did like some prep or you dove straight into the pool, huh?
I swear, just one day, I was like, I need a change. I need to do something. I want to do more with my life. And then I just that one last recommendation came through. I was like, okay, so what equipment do I need? Like, period. Yeah. What equipment do I need? I already had my camera. I already had like certain things from the other content that I was doing. And then I just like put it all together. But back to your question about Twitch, like my experience on there. So it's very like streamer support based. I feel like there's so many more streamers on Twitch than there are viewers. You know what I'm saying? And the viewers are usually dedicated to someone already. Like it's very like a very territorial. Maybe you have one or two streamers you watch on Twitch, but it's very much like my people are my people. And here I'll raid to show support so that I can get, you know, a raid back or something like that. And sometimes it's genuine. Sometimes it's like they really do want to make friends. But a lot of it is an environment, like an ecosystem of streamers supporting streamers and just becoming friends. And then it snowballs.
I noticed that. So like, I guess before we go into the YouTube journey, like, how do you break from that then as a Twitch streamer? How do you break from, because I noticed that like there's like I follow Preacher Guy, right? He's the only person I go over there for Twitch for. I won't go anywhere near that platform. No offense. Like what I
have one too.
Right. You know, everybody's got that one guy, you know, he's like the awkward cousin or something.
Right.
So like what causes the break that you've seen from your experience, if you could even speak on it? Like when do you break from like, oh, you're just networking to like you made it? Because like I don't know, you know.
So it was a couple things for me. I just started multi-streaming. So before I even committed completely to YouTube, I started multi-streaming. Oh, okay. So it was like a month into Twitch streaming. I was like, I vibe with this. I like this. I got a schedule. I'm very organized. So I like my schedule. I said, all right, so I'm going to multi-stream. I multi-stream to YouTube for the first time, TikTok and Twitch all at once. And immediately once I did the multi-stream, the very first time I multi-streamed on YouTube, it was a bunch of strangers, you know, I think I still have them in my community. They're like, I remember your first stream ever. And I can literally go back and see the live chat and see everybody who joined.
Wow.
But it was like, I'm telling you, it was an audience. It was it was just people that were okay with watching me play and saying like just being so kind and just like I'm telling you, the first impression I just came from like streaming on Twitch with like maybe a few close friends that were also streamers and maybe like whoever I directly shared the live with, to like, okay, now strangers want to not necessarily strangers, but just people that are consuming content are here on YouTube and they're here for it and they're so nice. And I'm like, all right, so and it was the first stream. And it just became a thing. It just became a thing after that. And then I knew that either that I was going to keep on multi-streaming or that I was going to, you know, commit to a platform depending on what benefits came from what. So, yeah.
Yeah. And it was a great first impression for me as well, because it hits different than when it's just you or like a family member or a friend. Versus like you got genuinely like pushed by the algo. Right. And it's like I know that it's not the only way to get like viewership on YouTube,
Right.
but YouTube seems to just be way better. I don't think there's a comparison almost.
No, there's not, because YouTube is tied to Google.
Right.
Like YouTube is directly tied to Google. You can go on Google right now and put Jalie, and first of all, the patterns company will come up. But I like to say that that's like my aunt's. No, just kidding. I have no affiliation with the sewing company, the sewing company. But no, I think actually I pop up first, maybe. I don't know. But a few links down, it'll recommend my YouTube channel. Yeah. So, and my most popular YouTube video. So, it's yeah, YouTube is way better at it. And then like there's more to the whole thing that I want to unveil, but I'll just go ahead and let you ask questions. Go ahead.
Okay. You're setting the stage. All right.
I got a whole like I can go on and on. So
okay.
Yeah.
And this is the place to do it, like I told you earlier.
All right.
But okay. So you stuck with it since then and left a good first impression on you. Would you ever consider going back at all, or are you kind of dead set?
I have dabbled back into Twitch just like once or twice, but it's like games that I would never ever play here on YouTube. And it's just a bunch of the same thing, like people that I support or like streamers to say, hey, oh my gosh, you're streaming here. What's up? Yeah, cool. Okay, great. Yeah. And then it's done, you know? But I have you know, it's a different vibe over there. It feels like it feels like over there is like New York City. And then like, you know, it feels like Twitch is like New York City, alive at night, like very like, you know,
it's its own,
it's really its own thing. And then over here on YouTube, it's very like Hollywood. It's very like LA. It's very like you have to be good at creating. You have to have more than just like a face. You have to learn the way, like the old way. Here on Twitch, it's like you can be anybody, any type of walk of life. You just hear your vibe. You're here at night. All right, cool.
Yeah. Now, when you start, when did you switch? What year was that? I know you started your first stream.
So I committed like when I fully committed to YouTube. Okay, so my first ever live stream was on Twitch, August 2022.
Yeah.
My first ever YouTube stream was September 9th, 2022.
Wow.
And then literally on New Year's, my first stream for New Year's on January 2nd, I just literally pulled the rug. I was like, this is going to be my last stream here on Twitch. I'm going full speed ahead on YouTube because I wanted them to help me get my watch hours. So anybody that was watching me on Twitch, I was like, if just help me run up the numbers over here.
Yeah.
And then it just became like, okay, so everybody's capable. Everybody knows I'm streaming on YouTube, and that's my long-term goal. So I just cut it. And that was my last stream on Twitch. And then I went on there a couple times, like within the last year, just for fun, not for like anything, like just to socialize. But and then I got my partnership literally the same week. I was like, I was so close to the end to getting partnership. I was like, this is my last Twitch stream.
Yeah.
And moving forward, I'm going to only be on YouTube. Because like every single minute counted to get to my partnership. And then I got my partnership, and then it was great. Like 3 days later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was affiliated on Twitch within a week, like literally the first week, as soon as I could, because I got the goal. I did everything. I streamed on all the different days and did the hours and had the viewers and the whole thing. And then, so I got that, and then, you know, locked in on YouTube. And then I stopped multi-streaming actually altogether to focus on the community over here on YouTube.
Which you've been doing a great job at, by the way. You seem to really got nailed down the thumbnails, the vibes, the way things are here. It's a little primitive here, but it pushes your creativity. I don't know if you'd agree or not.
Yeah. It's so much. It's like such a learning curve. Like sometimes it just hurts your brain to like think about like, man, I gotta have it such a certain way to be able to, and it works every time. Yeah. Anytime that you like are like, no, I'm just gonna do it my way. I mean, you can do trial and error, which I did. I do a lot of that because I'm so hard-headed and I didn't know anything about anything. getting into this whole space. So, you know, but there's give and take, you know, like still my thumbnails are still mine, you know, they're my design.
You do a very good job with that.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. And they're my ideas. Is still creative. I spend the most time on graphic design, actually, more than anything. And everything is, you know, like self-made. So it's a very proud thing as well. And you can see the results right away. Like when you get a new thumbnail for a specific game that you're playing and you see that the click rate is higher on that, and then you've also adapted some of the things that they say in the industry when it comes to thumbnails, it's like, well, I tried it my way, but that way works for sure. Yeah.
You don't seem bitter about Twitter. Because why am I saying Twitter? I'm sorry, Twitch. Too many twits.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I get them all mixed up. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube,
too much
all
T's,
of those,
too many T's.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say you don't seem bitter about Twitch. Like when I talk to people about it, it's either they can't stand it, they're not really sure how they feel about it, or they just really like enjoy it. So like you don't seem bitter.
I still go on Twitch. Like I literally still go on Twitch like 3-4 days a week to go and check on my connections that I've made. Anybody that I connect with on Twitter, it's a genuine effort to connect and to learn from them and to support, but not thinking I get anything in return. I would never think in a million years that a streamer that I support, that I connected with on Twitter, would go out of their way or do anything for me. That's just genuinely who I am. I just like to own, like, what I don't know the right name for it. Like basically I come off as a honest or what I think an honest, enthusiastic person. I just want to be able to like share that and just be like a real person. You get me? Like I don't want to come off as like, oh, I just followed you for the follow back. I actually care about people, you know, and if I find people like me that are caring and radiant and all of those things, then I'm like, all right, this is a connection. Like, I got you, we're good. And I still have those. They'll still vouch for me to this day. And even sometimes they'll come over to my YouTube streams to say hi, but with no exchange. There's no exchange needed. You know?
Have you felt that in your experience?
What?
Where people gave that vibe, like they expected something from you?
Yeah. And I had my own problems with it in my community, that it'd be like people that are blending themselves into my community, but with not the right intentions. So, and I feel like everybody that's a streamer that will go through that. You get me? Yeah. Where they move weird. You get me? That they move very weird. And then they go into your community with like a goal. Do you get me? An agenda. Whether it's to become a mod, to be front and center, or to have authority, or to feel like they have like ownership in what you've created. Okay. Or they'll want, it just grows from being a mod. Thank God I go through this like rigorous process with my mods that they literally just have to you have to have the personality type. It has to be like a click. And my mods are so like, and they're the best mods are the ones that don't even ask to be the mod. They're just like, literally, they're just the perfect fit. And I'm like, you would be an amazing mod, and I'm just going to get you. I got you next time. So I do it like one mod every 1,000. But yeah, I'm just so lucky. I'm just so lucky to have good people. But there was a learning process, like I mentioned, with the people that come in and they don't have interest in you. They just want to gather attentions to themselves, and they could be creators, they could be aspiring creators, but the intentions are very clear from the beginning, you know. So there's things to watch out for sure.
Funny enough, I think I spoke to my mods about this and how there's a concerning amount of people just handing out mods like it's coupons or something. No. And I'm glad we agree on the aspect that, like, you know, to properly screen them, because and I stand firm on this, like they really represent you.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. So, and for me it's like one strike you're out. Unfortunately I've had to remove mod from people for many reasons, like, or a handful of reasons really. The most bizarre being oh, my friend had my phone and started banning people from my chat. And I didn't find out until a week later. And I'm just like, that is, you know, when you're a mod, you have to have a level of maturity and also a level of like responsibility. And I just can't afford for that to happen, because the people that were banned for a week of my live streams, they missed 4 live streams, and they're wondering like, why can't I
Yeah.
don't say that, Quicks. Anyway, anyway, but yeah, it was just a thing, and I'm like, absolutely not. There's basically no return from that, you know?
No, yeah. There's some things that, yeah, because again, like, that can leave a lasting impression depending on the type of person. Some people may not be emotionally mature enough to understand what's happening.
Yeah.
So it can,
it's just sad that I didn't realize it. And I'm like, dang, I was just like blindly trusting, but that wasn't a big deal. They're still a part of my community. They're still loved very much, but they literally like alert me now that when this friend is around, and of course there's no mod responsibilities. So, you know, it is what it is, but
gotcha.
You learn. You learn.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, like you told me, you went full send, on New Year's this year, 2023.
Basically, yeah, 2023. I was New Year, I was like at 1.8K when I got my partnership. So
wow.
And then like very shortly after, I would say like 3 or 4 days, I hit 2K with my peoples. Nice. It was all within, maybe I was at 1.9, not 1.8. And then I got to 2K, got the partnership, all of that, all within like the same week. It was nuts.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow.
And I was grinding so hard in holiday. I was here 5 days a week. Like the OGs remember that. OGs remember that. Like it was so we had so much fun. I have so many of those connections still because I'm tied to like a core memory of just like everyday gaming and everyday.
Now I gotta ask, have you had the same type of connections at all on YouTube like you've had on Twitch? Have you interacted with any communities on any games or?
No, I kind of stay in my own lane. Like on YouTube, I stay in my own lane. I don't know the meta. I don't want to come off. That's the last thing I want to do.
I noticed. That's when I saw you, I was like, this is a lone warrior right here.
A lone wolf. Yeah.
Lone wolf.
Like I said, I came in not knowing the community, and I play a variety of games. I don't have the time to get into every community because that's not what I'm not here to like find the most popular game so I can get the most views, you know, or get the easiest like low-hanging fruit. Like that's not what I'm here for. Yeah. You know, I'm not here for that. So
you don't give off that impression.
No, I because I don't care for that. And that's another thing that I could like learn the meta and you know, aim for collaborations with people, and I could probably get it, and you know, and it could advance me forward. But that's just not what I want to do, you know. Right. It just doesn't ring to my. That's not what I'm here for.
Is that something that you've always done your whole life? Like you felt like I got to do it on my own? Like, do you struggle like asking for help at all? Or?
No. Like me growing up, I was always the friend that was way advanced, and every single job I've had, I've always been the youngest one. Like I've just always been in my own lane. No one can ever tell me I couldn't do something that I wanted to do as far as like goals and things like that. Yeah. So I've just been very driven forever, and it's self-driven, self-motivated, things like that. And that's why when I like look for those, or like when I see those connections and I see that same drive with other people, that I just click well. And those are connections that are like priceless. Yeah, because but it's not for my career, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not for content, it's not for an advance in numbers. It's the connection is enough, or to know that there's another person out there like me is enough. Like I'm happy with that.
I think you definitely made that clear. Like you seem to be a people person. Would that be fair to say?
Oh my gosh, yes, I've gotten that before too. Yeah.
Well, I guess you would have to be in this space, because you're gonna deal with all types of people, both the bad, good, and the ugly. Yeah. So it's good that you're still motivated and hasn't deterred you, because you know, one of the big things the big elephant in the room that I'm gonna address is
I'm scared.
Yeah, there's a big elephant. You don't see it? Let's get it out of the way.
Okay, go ahead.
And me and Vitais, I worked with him for a couple times here. Talked about behind the scenes stuff, and he really does want to dive into the mind of like, you know, what it's like to be a creator that's a woman.
Okay.
Now, my wife sometimes, you know, will hop in stream. She'll say hi. She moderates. She's trying to figure out where her Sheen stuff is right now, so she's not here. She's mad about it, yo, because it went missing.
Aww.
So she's pissed. Yeah,
I love that.
So she's not with us, but she'll occasionally jump on. And Vitais wanted to, you know, kind of tap in, and she's like, look, I don't want nothing to do with that because of there are some things that come with that. You know, how's it been for you? Do you even feel like it makes a difference? Do you even care about it? Is there like the floor is yours? We're all ears because you would be the first outside of my sister. So
my experience, I feel like I don't know the outside. Do you get me? Like I don't, unless I tap into Twitter, and Twitter is really good at showing like very negative things that happen because that's what just gets traction on Twitter. So I hear of things that happen with, you know, female creators or, you know, women creators. And I can relate somewhat, but you know, it's not at the exaggeration that I feel like it happens. Like if another female creator came to me and was like, I want to become a creator, you know, like what is something I should watch out for? I wouldn't be the person to be like, no, don't do it because they're mean to women and you won't make it as a woman or none of that. I just don't think of that. I don't think of being a woman is an obstacle at all. It's just being able to exist and know how to, you know, accept how people are. If it's negativity, if it's the more, there's just so much that can happen, right? So there's bullying, there's, you know, the attention, the type of attention you get, it's your audience, it's also what you're putting out. So I just feel like it's just so broad to like comment on like the whole thing. But I've never let it get it in front of me. I've never said like, oh, I don't get this video, these views or whatever because I'm a woman, or I've never said like I don't have a higher sub count because I'm a girl. Like I've never ever once thought of that. But that's like my mindset with everything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like if I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like there's some people that carry that with them for everything. Right. So you don't see it that way.
No, I've never seen being a woman as like an obstacle in anything I do. Just even with streaming or with the type of job I want. Back when I was, you know, doing that whole thing, I worked in fields that were just men, and I feel like if anything, it's an advantage to be different and to be like courageous and like and to be driven, you know, as a woman. But I don't feel like I'm that way because I'm a woman. It's just something that's, you know, that's just a part of my personality. I feel like I would be the same as a man, and I would just be looked at as like, oh, he's a driven guy, you know? So
is there a level of like thick skin you need though? You would say?
I believe it or not, when I was young, man, you couldn't breathe at me wrong and I would cry my eyes out. Like boo-boo, like snot coming down the nose. Like I was so sensitive growing up, and I've just been through like a lot of things at the end of like, you know, my school career in high school. High school will make you tough, guys. High school will toughen you up.
Yeah.
All right. And then getting your first job, which my first job was Taco Bell. Woo! At 16. Woo! And I was ripped a new life. I'm telling you, my manager at the Taco Bell, she literally, I feel like it was a military coach. You know, I'm telling you, she built a lot of what's the word? Integrity, you know, and I hated it at the time. I would go home with my feet sore and crying and so hard and getting paid $7 an hour. But, you know, after working there until I was 18, I was like, I learned to love it. I was very passionate about my job. I was like if you went to my Taco Bell, you were the best, like treated, like you want to come back to the Taco Bell. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to get like refills to the people that were sitting down, take their trays, like the whole nine. I would keep everything clean, very like spunky and bubbly. And that's actually how I got my job after that. Somebody that I was helping was like, have you ever thought about getting into banking? Like what? And then I became a bank teller from my enthusiasm and like my passion for working at Taco Bell. Like I leveled up so far after that. And it was just being me. It was just being the person that I was. So I've been through stuff to toughen me out, and you definitely have to have like thicker skin. But it's all about life experience to me. And I have a very good opinion on life experience and being in content creation and wanting to do this like long term. Like it's a big opinion.
Yeah, if I can, let's segue into that, because I'm 30. Right. I've been through a lot of life.
Right.
A lot of stuff, military, government work my whole life. Seen a lot of things that a lot of people should not see. Right. But it's also helped me appreciate the finer things. Even the goofy things, even the small things that seem stupid.
Right.
I'm happy to be here because of what I've been through.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you're kind of alluding to, like having gone through so much, because you can see the difference between people who really have been through life and people who just went straight to the internet. And the contrast is different.
And that, like going through stuff, obviously, is something important, but also life is just rough. Like life is gonna kick you in the butt a few times a year as you grow. And I feel like you need to be able to contrast whatever it is you're doing with the things that are harder. You get me? Or the things that you don't have joy in finding, or times that you were lost and that you didn't have a goal. And so it's so much more, just more life experience, period, in general, will get you further, I believe, in content creation. Because there's the type that they grow up with this dream to be, to make a living out of the internet. And that was never me. My first job that I ever wanted to be was a veterinarian. Like I loved animals. I still love animals. I loved animals. I just pictured myself just helping animals. And, that's the only thing I wanted to be my whole upbringing. And then when I grew up, I figured out that, hey, actually being a veterinarian doesn't make you good money. And because that stuff, it matters, and I had to let go of that dream. And then you're 18, and you're like, so what do I do with my life? Like what? All my plans are like, my dream didn't work out. So what now? And we just like land flat in life when you're 18, guys. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah. All right. It's coming. Things matter when you're older, but then you're lost. And that's what happens to kids now. And they go to college and they're still lost. They don't know what they want to do. They don't have life experience. And so I feel like you need to have life experience to be successful in anything, because if you're a doctor for 10 years or you're doing something for 10 years and you did that straight out of high school or whatever, you go into it like, okay, but is this really what I wanted to do? I made this choice without any life experience. So I think that applies as well to content creation.
Right.
That applies so well to content creation, because how do you know you want to do this if you haven't done anything?
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. Of course. You gotta know what you don't like.
Right.
Yeah. Like before I graduated, I didn't know what the heck I wanted to do. So, I just threw myself in the military, and then I learned real quick that I didn't like it that much. Right. I learned real quick. No,
that's the same with people that put themselves in school. Yeah. And not that I'm against that, but I'm just saying, like, you got to figure out what you don't like. Yeah. Before you can commit to something and be like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is what I have passion for.
You have more of an appreciation for when you have it.
Yeah, because it's a choice. It becomes a choice instead of just like oh, I'm here.
That's very wise.
Like it's I'm here because I put the time and I put the effort, and this is, I rather be, instead of all the things that I've done, I rather be doing this. So
okay.
That's
so this is, you would say important. This is certainly now, from what you see now in the foreseeable future, this is a passion thing.
Oh, it's a passion. Yeah.
No matter 100%. What happens, you're sticking through it.
100%.
Wow,
because it just matches so well with everything in my life, and I make a difference with people, like even if it's just a small group of people. Like if I can show them how I'm kind in a tough situation, whether it be chat raging or an angry chatter, and I can show them compassion, empathy, just for one thing one day, like, wow, this streamer, instead of just like raging back at this person, she showed them kindness, patience. Like that's the type of person I want to be. That is enough for me. I don't even care about the pennies from the ad rev. Like I'm just happy with just making an impact on my community, and just telling them that they can, showing them, not even telling them, that you can follow your dreams, and you can be what, you can, whatever you work at, you can get it, as long as, obviously it's for the right reasons.
Yeah. That's really nice to hear, I think, from a lot of people, because a lot of content, well, not a lot, I should say, but you would be more in the realm of some content creators who genuinely enjoy it versus like people who are looking for that next level, that next step.
I mean, and you have to, like, anybody that's getting into content creation, they're like, yeah, I'm going to play video games or record this, and I'm just going to make a lot of money. There's a journey with that too. When you're making zero and you're putting in like blood, sweat, and tears, it breaks you. It breaks that whole illusion as well, So that's another step. And some people never get past that. They're like, well, if I'm spending all this time and I'm not getting any money, I guess it's not worked out. And then that's why you have to find other reasons why you're loving what you're doing. And if that's not enough for you, then on to your next venture in life.
Yeah. Because sometimes, like, I feel like some creators, not that I know personally, but that they give the impression that, like, it probably would be better for you to get off and just work a normal job, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like they're trying a little too hard sometimes. Again, like, who am I to talk? You know what I mean? It's not like I'm out here with a million plus
great,
subs.
By the way.
Thank you.
I was very impressed by everything. Like when you just, let's just get this out of the way. When you messaged me, and just the way your formality was like me, I'm like, shoot, he knows how to write a message. I'm like, all right, you got my attention. Yeah, and you were just so formal. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is such a good opportunity to get my voice out there as far as the creator side, all the things that I want to talk about that I can't with my stream. And then also I don't have many connections that I can like be, have genuine conversation about this. So actually, I think what you're doing is genius.
Thank you.
And then I looked into your podcast after, and I was very intrigued, and I was very like, whoa, this is going to be very cool. So I got in early, I guess.
Hey, W's. I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I just want to have conversations with people. You guys, you all fascinate me more than I fascinate myself. I don't know if that even makes sense what I'm saying, but like when I watch you stream, like I am genuinely fascinated. Like I'm actually entertained. Like you seem so bubbly. Like Luminous was the word that I used for the title. Very like bright, very gentle, but like fun. That's refreshing. I don't know many people that are like that. So when I saw that, and mind you, and because you're a lone wolf, I found you through Twitter.
Right.
I couldn't believe it.
With that one-off opinion. What was it?
I'd have to find it.
I have a lot of opinions. That's
me too.
That's another thing about me. I have a lot of opinions. So if sometimes I'll think on an opinion for like weeks, and then I'll like craft it in my mind into the perfect tweet. And a lot of the times they do really well. I'm good with that.
That's a fascinating ability called think before you speak.
Yeah, and it's sometimes you think on it on a week, for a week or two.
Hey, that's okay. Sometimes it's better to do that than be reactive. I was just talking about that with Tomato Watcher, how everything seems to be very reactive. Like all of social media is very reactive. So it's it's good. It's good that you actually put some thought into what the heck you're saying instead of just spewing whatever you want.
Because words are so powerful. Like,
right.
I really believe that what you like, this whole meta thing, like the fact that you can get energy from somebody else through a screen is so fascinating. And I also do like people studying and stuff. Like, I love that. And I do it with my tattoo. I can literally, like, I'm like, you sound like a middle child. Like, you know, I literally do it with everyone I meet. I study them, and it's all a big fascinating world. And it's just I enjoy every facet of what I do. So being on screen is a part of it. Being supportive with anybody in my community is another part. But then there's also this background that's just so fascinating. And it becomes clearer and clearer as the days go by. And some people let that be a negative thing. Like, oh my gosh, all these creators get this and I haven't gotten this, or all these creators have a friend group and like a huge support system. Let's say if you come from Twitch and I don't, and that's a reason to quit. No, that's not the thing. So that's not the way.
Yeah. And that I hope not a lot of people say that, because it sounds almost exclusionary. Like, just because like you're pushing yourself away, just because like we may have this doesn't mean that you can't be a part of it as well.
Correct.
That doesn't mean that at all. I don't think so. I hope not a lot of people think that way.
Like I'm saying, like if somebody gets a deal with an organization that's like fairly close, and you don't, you know, and then there's like, oh, well, I'll never get it then. Or if that's what this person is doing and they're doing all this, like, this is why I shouldn't, because I could never be that person. It's like these. Excuse me. There's a cat trying to get in or out. I can't figure it out. Okay, so, oh, there he is. Was that Poosh? Poosh?
Yeah.
Get your life together.
The chat keeps saying Poosh, and I figured that was his name.
Poosh.
Yeah, I got some fans.
Yeah. So yeah, like people will just start picking up chips and collecting them, negative chips, and be like, this is why I can't do what I want to do. Yeah. You got me? And then they just convince themselves out of it. But for me, I can twist any negative situation in my mind to be something positive. So, you know, it took practice. I wasn't born this way. Obviously, like I said, I've been through a life experience. I've gone through a lot that, you know, there's just some essential skills that you learn in life to be able to prepare you for something like this, or anything really.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't come off like you had this all figured out. You very much emphasize the life experience.
No.
You very emphasized like how it is that you came up that way. And how
I basically copy pasted what I've learned through life and then just applied it in this. And that's what I've done with every single job I've ever had.
Right.
Not that I treat this like a job, because this is so much more personal. You know, but it's just copy paste what you've learned through life and apply it over and over and over again.
Right.
So yeah.
Are you fearful of losing that? Not to dive too deep.
What? Fearful of what?
Like if for some reason YouTube goes away, do you feel like that would end, like your heart will be empty or something? I'm curious.
What do you mean if YouTube went
like
away?
Let's say for some reason you can't stream anymore or whatever reason.
I would have to die, y'all. I would have to die, I swear, or like become like very like a decrepit or something, God forbid, for me not to continue to do what I'm doing. So whether it's on YouTube or not, like if I had to start on ground zero tomorrow and like I get to tell you guys, hey, I'm over here now. Yeah. I would do it all over again. Okay. I would do it all over again, 100%. Like I would do it all over again. Period. Yeah. So you're period. I like it. A period. We do got a period. Give her some periods, guys. I feel like it's so sad though. Like, okay, I'm just gonna say this one thing. Thank you so much, Dark, for the shout out. Anyway, I'm gonna say this one thing. Like when I see creators with like no future goals, it's so heartbreaking. Like, this is when they have a large community. Like, imagine, I don't know, chat, you gotta tell us what you think. Imagine making a connection and like getting to know me. All right. And I'm like, and you asked me, like, hey, where do you see yourself
I
in
was
like
gonna
a
do that,
year
yeah.
or two from now?
You beat me to it, so here we go.
And imagine me saying, like, I don't know, but not this. Like, and just having like a disdain for what I'm doing. And it's so crazy because it's like I've seen it. It's not just from the one thing. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
But it's not only from that one thing. It's I see it all the time, that the people are just looking at what we're doing here, content creation, as a stepping stone for until they get bored or something else. And that's where I'm like, you want hello? Okay. He came to say hi. No, he's coming to tell me, open that dang door.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to wait, buddy. I told you to get out. Okay. But yeah, just imagine you guys getting to know me, being here with you guys for years and creating such a vibrant community based off love and all the things that are important to me. Just to say, I don't know, not this.
Yeah.
And it's just so heartbreaking to me. Like, it's just so heartbreaking to me to
yeah, because I know what you're saying, because they're almost like discarding the audience that you earned.
All right.
It comes off that way, at least. Like, maybe they don't mean it that way, but I can see what you're saying. Like,
they're disposable.
Right.
Like, no, these are people that have made connections and that genuinely care about you. And I guess my community is so tight knit that it's like that I actually genuinely care. I know what's going on with them. They know what's going on with me. And it's like, how could, it must be at the level then that it's just so, it's like when I used to work in the bank and I used to deal with like wads and wads of cash, it became like handling dog food, like scooping dog food from the thing and like packaging it, like, because I got desensitized to money by being around money so much. So, and I'm like, is that going to happen to me as a big creator?
Yeah,
is it going to get so saturated? And I tell my community all this time, I don't want to grow. Like, I don't want to grow too fast to where like I lose my connections with you guys. Like, I don't want to barely see your name on the screen. And it's a scary thing, and I don't know what'll happen if that becomes. Obviously, I'll be very grateful, but it's also a very it's a fear of mine to like not be able to connect with my audience, because that's why I do it. That's the core reason why I do what I do, is to connect and make a difference, not just to be somebody in front of a screen.
That's beautiful. That's a very good way to say it. Yeah, and that's what me and Vitas talked about in our podcast together that we did here, and how Markiplier, he mentioned that how he got really upset at a video of everyone, like they compiled like some messages, I think, for him,
right?
And he was upset, not because of what they did for him, but he was upset that he'll never be able to connect with them in the same level as he did when he was first starting. So do you feel like do you have like any plans in set for something like that? Because the only thing I can think of is like maybe doing like a meetup here and there.
Oh yeah,
right.
Like, no, I know everybody's name by heart. Like, and I tell them that, like, if it comes one day that I'm a very, very large creator, which obviously I have a goal to be inspirational for more than just my chat. I want to spread my love and my energy to everybody, and share like my message, by the way that I portray myself. I want to share that with more than just my group, but at the same time, I'm going to remember all those that were there since day one. You know what I'm saying? So they'll always have a very special place in my heart, and whatever they do. And sometimes they grow out of you too. They grow out of the creator as well, that their schedule becomes different. The type of content you create is not for them anymore, or whatever the case may be. And I accept that. And it's happened to me many times already, where I'm, I get familiar with a certain person that's there every single day, and then they have life to live. Yeah. And the same with in reverse. But going back to what I said, as long as I make a positive impact and just like have them learn kindness or patience in a moment that they wouldn't, that's enough for me. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
So even if it's just for a period of time. So But I will always remember those people that were there for me since day one. I'm small, with a small intimate chat. And I see some streamers, big streamers like Valkyrie. She points out, like when she sees like one of her OGs, she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're here!" And like, you know, it's, and I can see myself managing it in that way.
Yeah. You mentioned Valkyrie a lot. Is she a big inspiration for you?
I just love her vibe.
Yeah.
But I never watched her before I streamed though. You know, I just love her vibe. I just like her vibe. Like her vibe. How she just plays whatever she wants, and you know, she's her own person, and her message is good, that she just wants to show like light and love to people, and that's what it is. I like her. She's one of the streamers I would say like I is a good example for other streamers.
Somebody you'd actually like say like, all right, that's a good example of like
a good example.
Outstanding. Okay, so I appreciate the 5 retro. We'll get into all that later, guys. I really want to respect our guests here, but thank you for the support. I gotta tap into some of these things.
Okay,
we're gonna get into what
I'm ready. This was just a warm-up.
Oh yeah. We're just getting started. We're in the hour mark. I hope you're feeling all right.
I'm cool. I'm good.
The nerves are down, the heart rate's back to normal, hopefully.
We're good. No, my heart rate's always elevated on stream. Naturally. Whether I have coffee or not, but having like any type of coffee or anything like that just sends me through the roof. I just go crazy.
I hear you. Yeah, I mean, are you like coffee sensitive at all?
I'm pretty sure I am. I'm pretty sure I should be drinking decaf, but
Yeah.
But hey, YOLO.
I mean, I don't know. I have a bad habit with it. Sometimes I almost drink it every day. I just had a Red Bull. That would be my dream sponsorship is Red Bull. I have a bad habit. I didn't
start drinking coffee or anything until a few years ago.
Look at that.
So I was a non-addict. Poosh, you have to wait. I'm in the middle of a meeting. Okay. He's gonna have to deal with it.
It's okay. If you got to do what you got to do, like I said,
no, he's fine. He'll be fine.
If you got to use a bathroom, if you got to take a minute, all right, this is your day. But anyway, so I'm sure you never thought that just going from people pushing you to do it, like you should get in front of him, to now you almost sound like a different person. Back then you almost sound like, I'll just try, and now you're almost like, I really like enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy my community. You know, you seem to be more like engaged with your community and your culture in that. Like,
I had no idea.
Yeah, like you're almost.
I had no idea that I was gonna find purpose.
Right, that's what I was gonna get to.
No idea.
That's what I was gonna get into.
I was going to find purpose, and I was gonna find passion.
Yeah.
In this, and that's what comes with getting to know, like what you're doing, and getting into learning to love. In a way, like if you would have asked me like a month into streaming and content creating, like, how are you feeling, and I'm like, it's doomed, it's all just like but then you like learn to love it. It's like Stockholm, it's pretty rough, it's hard, it's so difficult, and I still have so many areas where I have to learn. I'm not the all-knowing.
Right.
And nor I claim to be, nor I really want to be. I just want to be myself. But I do like to know, like I do like to learn about things and be good at things, obviously, like anybody would. So,
it definitely seems like a humble approach rather than pretending to be a know-it-all. Like I got
it's
this.
Honest. Yeah. It's honest. Yeah. It's just honest. It's so hard to find honesty. Like,
well, I mean, do you feel? But to be fair, though, if I can push back politely, like, don't you feel like if you had like, let's say, 100K subs by this year, you don't think your head would be a little?
Would my head be big about it? I'd be like one of those puppies that they're like 100 pounds, but they're still a puppy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how big you are, and just. I mean, obviously success changes people. Yeah. But everything I have is things that I have already have. Like I don't have anything from streaming. I still haven't gotten anything besides impacting my community and having a sense of purpose. And I've done it for free all of this time, you know, like, and let's say if I had by the end of the year, I got 100K and I was working with the org that paid me well. I don't think that I would change. Like, I just don't see myself doing it. But obviously you have to change for the right reasons, obviously security reasons or whatever the case may be. But I just feel like I remember the struggle very well. It's not something, it wasn't like immediate overnight success. And I'm still, for some people, depending on your scale, I'm still not considered successful, you know, to some people. But to me, I have found success in things that are free, not monetarily, you know, not monetarily based. I should say. If I did get the money and I did get the fame, whatever, I don't believe it. I would be, like I said, like a big puppy that didn't know that they were very big, and I would probably make a lot of mistakes along the way. But you know, I would never become the all-knowing, the all-seeing, because that's just not me as a person, as based in who I am. So
that's very humble. That's very humble of you to say.
Yeah,
that's very humble of you to say. It's very mature, and I could tell.
Yeah.
Like I said, going off of that first conversation, like I really tried to be like respectful to other people that way, because you never know like their backgrounds or where they came from. But I picked up on it quick that you kind of like, I was like, Jalie was raised right. You know what I mean? I picked up on it quick.
I learned everything from my mom. I used to use my mom as
shout out, Mom.
Yeah, I used to use my mom as like, I would get every single interview I would get, like I interview very well. So that's probably where it's coming off of right now. But I used to always mention my mom and how my mom was a single mom. I grew up with just my mom and my sister for most of my life. But my mom was still so ambitious. She was a teacher. She was a broker. She was a real estate agent. Basically anything that she wanted to do, she would go for it. She even moved us to Florida from Boston, like completely by herself. And then my grandparents ended up moving down with her. But my mom has always been in her lane. And I always mention like, when they used to ask like, who's your idol? Who's your motivation? I would say my mom, because I don't know anybody else a woman that just doesn't let anything get in her way. And I've learned that from her. I've learned that the obstacles aren't really obstacles. They could be, but they could also be used to push you forward. You know? So
do you feel like she still is?
Oh yeah she supports me.
That's good.
She doesn't understand this meta at all.
The whole internet
she painted the Corn Queen painting. She painted that for me. She does like little Bob Ross paintings, and she did that for me.
That's very nice.
right out the gate. And that's her way of showing support.
Right.
W Mother Corn.
W Mother Corn. But that would be who would be your most primary influence, and I firmly believe, depending on you know who raises you, man, is how you're gonna turn up. You know,
right?
So
for some people, it's like other content creators, but for me, in life, it just always has been my mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see. It's good to see. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, formative parenting is important, and she certainly did a good job. So I agree. Shout out to her.
I'll tell her. Chat.
Let her know.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm down to talk to anyone. So that'd be great. Mama Corn podcast. Here we go. No, just kidding. But all right. So you ran through that. You talked about how, you know, how you're at where you're at now, your mentality on where you see the future being. You don't seem too overly concerned on, you know, shooting for the moon with all types of different types of content. You're kind of like cultivating, for lack of a better word, what you have now.
Yeah.
But do you have a plan on growth? Like, where do you like, what's the plan of attack, I guess, from now on?
For growth?
Sure.
So it's very much like just okay, I'm a very organized person, so I love having a schedule.
Yeah, your room's pretty neat, so
thank you. I love having a plan, you know, but there's a plan, but then there's anticipating what's going to happen is
right.
a completely is a completely different thing, and you can drive yourself crazy with that. So I try not to do that. So just keep doing what you enjoy, and like just letting kind of like the universe guide you. This is very like spiritual part of it, but it's like just like just do what you enjoy. Opportunities will arise. Learn what you need to learn, and just enjoy what you're doing is the most important part. So no, I'm not looking up like what can I do with like Fall Guys that will get the clicks? Like I'm not about that. I want people to just like tune in, maybe catch a vibe, and then stick around. That's all. Whether you can learn something from me or whatever, but the game is not the center of my content ever. Do not want that. Do not want that. I do not want. Are you like
repulsed? Like you keep saying that, but like, are you like
what
repulsed by that, or is it that you're just like
it's just so superficial? It's just so superficial. It's
call
just so
them out, man. What you mean?
It's just so superficial to me. Like, how could you make a game your whole personality? No, nothing wrong with people that are just in it for the money. But I just can't believe that there's no two for me. There's not both. There's not both for me. You can't like, well, I'm not saying definitely. Maybe you can find love in what you do. But for example, if you only, let's say, I'm just going to play this game because this is the most popular game right now. And then whenever it dies, I guess I'll quit YouTube or I'll quit content creating. That is just so it's just like, maybe they can explain to me how you can put so much work into something that you don't see like in your future. It's just, that's the thing for me. And that's very important to me, because actually the past couple of weeks I was thinking like, and I was asking my chat, I was like, should I just, you guys love Fall Guys. I love Fall Guys. I can play this 8 to 10 hours a day, and maybe not more, maybe more. You guys like it. I can vibe. I know it, whatever. Should I just become a Fall Guys streamer? Should I just dedicate? Should I just like wipe the slate clean? Only do Fall Guys? And many people are like, yeah. You would be like such an awesome girl Fall Guys streamer. Like they need more girl Fall Guys streamers. But also, I'm like, yeah, but then the content doesn't become about me. It's about the game, So,
I see what you're saying. Like, it's kind of like you want to put out there what's more representative of who you are and not what the game is. Right. Because it couldn't be.
I don't want to attract people that just play the game. Like, if you're just here to play, fine. Great.
Yeah, so
you're also to make connections. I want you guys to be friends. I want to make, I want a genuine community. And then a lot of people that join my streams that are just there for the games, they're like, oh my gosh, she's actually a sweet person. And wow, look at this community, all people that are vibing and that are friendly as well. And then they stick around, and that's their own journey. And I'm just here to support that. But yeah, just feeding into any kind of genre. It doesn't even have to be video games. It doesn't even have to be Fall Guys. Feeding into any genre, just for like clicks or just because that's what's popular right now. That's a very temporary thing,
Yeah. Like,
and
I see what you're saying. It's not that you're like repulsed by the idea, but that's not the impression you want to give out. You really are focused on like,
I just don't understand it. Yeah. I just don't understand. But it just becomes to the bottom line is that they only care about the money. They only care about money. They only care about the clicks or whatever type of validation they get from it temporarily. And it's like when you are vulnerable,
the guns are coming out.
When you are vulnerable, and you can say that you're not, and you could have found love in what you're doing, and it could be a little bit deeper for you. But at the end of the day, if your primary thing is clicks and money and this and that, you are who you are as a person is always going to be behind that, because then you'll stop sharing opinions. You'll stop being honest. You'll, and you decide what's more important to you. Is it the clicks? Is it the money, or is it being true to yourself? And like, I feel like that's the slowest, most rich way to grow. is just by being yourself.
It's like a tree.
And yeah. You can feed the tree fertilizer, and you can give it pesticides so the bugs get off. But at the end of the day, what's going to be the more healthy the tree?
Right.
You know, what's going to give the best fruit? You know, is it going to be the fertilized pesticide tree that is way bigger and has way more fruits? Or is it going to be the tree that was grown slowly and fed by the earth and the wind and the rain and stuff like that? The other one is going to have the sweeter fruit, and it's also going to be the roots are going to be so much deeper in the earth. So you get what I'm saying?
We're getting deep on this analogy here. Yeah,
we're getting deep, but I'm really good at that though.
Okay. No, I like it. I think you've been able to articulate how I've been feeling, but I didn't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Because I'm always trying to navigate, like, should I be doing more content to
get
myself out there? Like, what am I doing here?
So I tested the waters. So back to being a debated, solitary Fall Guy streamer. I started playing with the idea in my head.
Right.
And I started looking at content that was dedicated Fall Guys content.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately within 10 minutes, I said, I cannot do that. Or not, I cannot, but I could, because it's easy. It's a template.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
It's very much like a Mr. Beast effect.
Oh, okay.
And there's no heart in that. I'm sorry. There's no heart in that. There's no heart in that. There's no heart in that.
Really?
Like, you might find some reason along the way, but but initially doing that template it's clear what the intentions are.
If you were to, it would be more related to like something that you want to share because you Jalie like it, or you want to like show something cool.
Yeah, like, and for the videos on my page, like, I have a vlog. I have a PC building video, and that's my favorite video.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah, I have myself reacting to like a video game that I was like completely surprised that it was like an update, like such a major update on the day that I played it. And the same with Mario Kart. What was Among Us, that I signed into Among Us. I'm like, we're playing Among Us today. I have no idea what's going on with the Among Us community. And I sign in to play Among Us with my community, and I find out that they have a completely different game mode. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really happening right now live on stream. I had no idea, because I don't follow those people, or like, I have no idea the gaming meta.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened to me on the day that I was going to play Mario Kart with my community. It's like, oh my gosh, they just released 5 new maps today, or whatever, the new wave today. And I'm just given these like treats, and I'm like, well, shoot, let's go with it. But I'm not strategic as like, okay, so now I've learned that. So, this Wednesday coming up, we'll be doing a Mario Kart with the new wave that they have coming out. We'll be doing one of those streams, but it was not strategic at all. It was just vibe, play the games that I enjoy. And then you learn little things along the way, like, okay, this game is going to have an update on this day and whatever. So, yeah. So even my vlogs are always going to be about like things that I do in life. They're not going to be, or like my video content.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Things that I enjoy. And yeah, and there's a lot of negative opinions about that too, that like, if you're going to only upload one type of video, or like one category of video.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you can do that, but then you could also just, do what you want to do. But then at the end of the day, it's not going to get you the clicks. But at the end of the day, is that what you do it for? So it all just goes down to.
Yeah, it all goes down to what you personally want out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Correct.
That was a very, I'm going to have to remember that. That was a very good way to put what you said. On how you're approaching this whole YouTube journey space. Seeing it for what it is, seeing it for who they are, which is people. It's
they're not just numbers. They're
right.
actually people with beating hearts. So.
Yeah. People forget that though. Very easily. Did you watch a lot of streamers coming up? Like,
no.
Before? Really?
I did not watch not one streamer when I started. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I
Well,
was
I can
doing.
tell you, as someone who used to watch a lot of streamers, you are correct. It is very refreshing to hear that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So that was really cool. That was
But
really
my
cool. Sure.
curiosity now as a streamer, obviously, you want to like go around and see what's working for other people and like how they treat their chat and how you know they go about certain things, or and you start watching. When you acquire skills in life, it literally changes your vision. Okay, so like once, for example, if you learn how a movie's made, you don't see it in as a, you know, as a viewer. You see it as the production, you see the graphics, you see you know, something that didn't make sense, and you're like, you just have a completely set of eyes with skills that you learn. So going into it, it was very blind, but along the way, you know, I've acquired these skills, and I can go into anybody's stream now and get a vibe and get what they, you know, what they're in it for. So yeah, it's just a new pair of glasses, I guess.
Yeah. Now that you're like actually behind the scenes and you get what it takes to do that. Yeah. I learned that real quickly when I did yesterday's tournament. I was like, I'm exhausted. Like, I could not believe. I was like, how do these announcers on these tournaments do this? Like, I was like, yo, because you got to come up with like things to say on the fly, and some of them are really energetic, some of them are really funny. And I was like, man, like, this took a lot out of me. Like, I had to just mental.
Yeah. You can be very mentally exhausted from being the hype man all the time. So yeah, but you get used to it. Just like you get used to like running marathons and stuff like that. It becomes easier and easier the more that you like push yourself and the more that you do it. So but yeah, it's not easy though. It's definitely not easy at all.
Yeah, I was mistaken in thinking that it was. Oh yeah, you're just playing a game and in front of the camera, and yeah, it's making you laugh because you're like, yeah, right. Like,
no, because it's like that's the thing too. They make it like, oh, you just get the equipment and you just show up.
But can we be honest though? Don't you think that if you had like, you give me the impression that you have a heart. There, you have a heart in there. You care about people.
Thanks.
But don't you think if you were just like a bot and you just sat there and you didn't care, you're playing, you just say what needed to be said, you could see how it is easy though, right?
Oh my gosh.
It's hard. I know it's unfathomable for you.
Okay, no, but no, actually sometimes I think that I tell myself, like, if I remove myself and like be like one of these like emotionless, like, you know, people that just do it, for some reason I feel like I would be more successful in a crazy way.
No,
if I didn't share my personality, if it was just like, all right guys, there's a code, whippy, oh no, I lost,
just say the bare minimum,
like, oh, shout out to that winner, and I'm just like very flatlined. Sometimes I think that it would be less exhausting, obviously, it would be, and that I would be more relatable. But I just put so much of myself out there that, you know, obviously the more of yourself that you share, the more that people are gonna judge you and say, okay, this is a person that I want to support or that I don't want to support. And it's just the cost of being true to yourself, is not getting all the support all the time, or like me being honest and open with someone could be cringe with somebody else. Like, I would never do that. But that's where you know, the lesson comes into to play. Just be yourself. Don't care about what others. I
get what you're saying. Like, I'll help you with it. Like, like me personally, I can't see myself constantly just like, I'm focusing on making content. Because one of the things that I saw, one of the biggest tips from streamers to other streamers was, hey, while you're streaming, you're making content. So if I was focused on, let's say, getting a clip the whole time instead of cultivating a community, right? Cultivating is a great word, by the way. You know what I mean? Corn, farm, tree, right?
Cultivating.
We're getting real farmy.
We have the meta. We have it.
Yeah, we're getting real farmy in this stream. So, you know, if you're cultivating a community instead, fostering that, getting to know people, you're not focusing on content. You gotta have one way out there. Maybe you could have both if, let's say, you have a team or something. But you know, being more focused on the content like everyone advises you to, absolutely. You'd be throwing out clips on TikTok and every other format every other day. But it's hard. You know what I mean? Like, I find myself more engaged with like wanting to talk to my Discord or wanting to talk to people on Twitter, wanting to connect. I like conversations. That's why I have a podcast. I was like, I got to do something, you know what I mean? To get all these conversations out. So it's really good to see that, that you understand that, but you're okay with it too. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Like, sometimes it bothers me that I'm not making more videos because I've been wanting to. Like, I've been blessed and gifted with this laptop from my community that like, I'm like, I want to make content, but it's just been so busy. You know, it's hard.
When I started, it was just off my MacBook, and I literally just got my PC like 2 months ago, if that, not even 2 months ago. And which
you built, right? I know you're very proud of that. That's awesome.
Very proud. But yeah, I know the struggle. I have been there. Like, I thought any moment my laptop was just going to blow up because my laptop was not made to stream and game and do all this stuff. So and all through Wi-Fi and like all of those things, and it's just a learning curve when it comes down to that. But even down to my shorts, you get me? It's not scripted. They're just genuinely moments in my stream that are funny.
And you want to like put that out there.
And it brings people to the stream. Oh, that's another thing about the shorts. Oh my God.
How do you feel about that?
Just the negative opinions about the shorts.
Really? You don't like the negative opinions? Because our last podcast, me and Tomato, we were going in on shorts, man. But I get both sides because I'm a creator, so I'm not going to hammer you. But
so YouTube, let's just think about it as an organizational like standpoint, right? So YouTube is expanding shorts for profitability, all right, and YouTube shares revenue with creators. So why would you not tap into this even for the money? Like, where I'm talking about for the people that are in this for the money that refuse to do shorts. It's just a pride thing at the end of the day. It's just an ego thing at the end of the day. You don't want to fold to whatever expectations because it's a part of your personality trait. That's really what the truth of it is. But when it comes down to shorts, like how can you be on a platform that's like their focus right now and not find a way to make it work and then make excuses that that's not going to be the type of viewership that you want? Like, in my opinion, that there's no like logic behind that. There's no logic. It's just a numbers game, because then someone's like, oh, well, no, I do it because I love it. And then at the same time, they're like, yeah, but I'm not going to put out a short because it won't get me the clicks on this video that's getting me money. It's not, it's the words don't match. It doesn't match. For me, if I can make someone laugh or smile for like 2 seconds watching one of my shorts, that's the payment. You get me? That's the payment. Bringing other people joy, not clicks on your video. Like it actually, like I'm telling you, like this past week when I started looking into some of your interviews, it actually got me like
amped up, huh?
Because I'm passionate about what I do. And obviously I can't change minds. But some people just become so easy to read, like their intentions. And I just feel so bad for the others that are not
aware of it.
That are so naive, you know, and trusting. And it literally just breaks my heart because I would never do that. I would just never do that. It's just so terrible. And, you know, with shorts, with every short, if you're cool enough, even in a 5-second short, if it's 7 seconds, 10 seconds, if you're cool enough or you made someone like genuinely laugh, the sub button is right there. And guess what? When they mature a little bit, who knows what, when they get bored one day, if a one conversion from 100 shorts onto your live stream, it's worth it. It is.
I agree. Yeah. Like you know, absolutely. Like that's why I struggled understanding people that say that they do not do shorts at all. It's a struggle for me. I'm not gonna lie, because
it was painful actually to hear. It was
cringe to use the popular word. But I guess, how do I say this? I don't understand it, but I get the idea of wanting to focus, to be fair. Because like I said, I don't know. Look. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. You're not. It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense to me either. But I'm gonna steel man. I'm gonna steel man the case here.
All right. Let's hear it.
I guess it just depends on what's your biggest focus on this platform to an extent. Now, obviously, your quick comeback is to be like, but why would you limit your growth? Because that's what you're doing when you're not doing shorts. You're limiting your growth. You know what I mean? You're not being optimal on what you can do. But there are cases of creators who do not do shorts, but their videos are just so massive and so well done that I guess like I can understand why their main priority isn't even that. Because I'll give you an example. Like, I talk to Super Rocker a lot, right?
Right.
This man is like a mad scientist. He be like, I'm taking notes while we're doing the podcast. This guy be having books of videos idea. He literally is not thinking about shorts. So to his credit, I can see why somebody like him would not be like super invested on it. But he's not quick to bash it either. So I think it is an attitude thing too. You know what I mean? So that's the only way I could, like, I guess, steel man the case of, like, I understand why someone wouldn't even be focused on shorts.
No, but my argument is more of saying that you don't want the shorts audience.
Yeah. See, I agree with that. Like,
because that it just doesn't match. And if you are successful enough, let's say you came up on live streams or long form content, and you are successful enough where you could pay an editor to do it. Like, you could just literally, like, while you're sleeping, someone's editing your videos.
Why not?
It becomes from a place of it's like a mental obstacle, a self-sabotaging. It's self-sabotaging mindset. And it's no coincidence that they have no long-term plans for their community. You get me? It all matches. Everything that they say, it just matches to being here for the moment. And it's like, and that's fine. Some people can be here for the moment and get your bag, but don't like claim that you're not that type of person. It really like, I'm telling you, it really bothers me. It bothers me so much. It bothers me so much. And it's like, and then you're talking down to a certain type of people that aren't solely focused on a video, a specific video game. And the people that are putting themselves out there, that they're cringe. You get me? Because it's not copy paste content.
Everybody's just like,
it's just so you know.
But I'm sure you've seen it in other spaces as well. You know, workplace, school. You got a guy, girl, they're a know-it-all. They think they got it all figured out. And there's no heart behind what they're saying. So I'm with you. Like, me personally, like, and I've been lacking with the Fall Guys shorts, but hey, sometimes I'll go back and just relive good memories. And I think that's what it really is about. Right. You know, sometimes, you know, and I don't know if we grew up relatively around the same area. I'll just speak for myself because I know better. But for me growing up, like, you know, we used to have the old camcorders and everybody just wants to see that one funny part. Yo, skip to that one funny part. You remember when we were at the barbecue? And that to me is what shorts is, like, especially the podcast clips. Yeah. I'll just sit there and I'll rewatch them. I'm like, wow, this was some really good stuff, you know?
Right. No, there's a meta with just the copy paste content, which is fine if you're in it for the money. Yeah. Like I said, it's fine. It's fine. Is it lying to people? I could never. I mean, morally, if they're just in it for the bag, I feel like
morally, no,
we're not the same type of people, and I don't ever want to be classified into that group. Yeah. You get me? Like, I don't want to come off that way. I'll do everything to like not be known as that way. But I'm telling you right now, I would have a weekly upload if I had the means to have an editor. But not Fall Guys. It would be me eating like 50 different types of Oreos or something. Like, it'll be something funny because people that are in my community are there for my personality, my reactions, not for the specific game. So it's a completely different goal.
You really sold me on that idea on, like, you're not selling.
No, it is. You're a brand. You are a brand. So there, 100%.
Okay, so I'm being fair to you. I don't want to So
right.
I want to use the right words, but you're branding yourself as, hey, this is me. It's not just Fall Guy. Let's use that game for an example.
Yeah.
I like
this is what some creators or aspiring creators, they're like, all right, I'm just going to trim the fat. I'm just going to trim the fat. I'm just going to take out the personality, take out anything that people could judge me by going to a new game and sucking at it. I'll just trim that out, stay at the same game, do the same thing on every single game, and have the same personality every single time on every single thing. You get me? They just trim the fat, and it's genius. You can get your way up there, but you're not going to have passion for it. You're going to just wake up one day and just be like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I got enough money.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Next. Yeah. You got me?
Yeah, I like that you're the first person to actually say that on this podcast.
Right.
It's very refreshing. I think I needed to hear that because number one, it's reassuring, and number two, it's just nice to hear someone articulate it in a way that I couldn't, because I knew I felt exactly like what you're saying. I just didn't know how to word it, and that's a good way to put it. Do you feel like it's a little unfair though to the people that are doing that? You don't think that there's a world where you could do it that way but still gain a community and grow with them?
I feel like those type of people attract those type of people that like cold and like just the product. You get me? I'm here for the experience. I'm not here for the product. You get me? I'm not here for something that was made by robots or in a factory. I'm here for like home cooking. You get me? It's a completely different, it's the same thing at the end of the day, right? Your belly gets full by entertainment, but it's the authenticity of it. And it's actually way more courageous and risky to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. But in the long term, it can't wear out, because at the end of the day, you're you. You get me? You're you at the end of the day. There's only one you. And if for example, if I get let's say a dream brand hit me up tomorrow, let's say Logitech, let's manifest this Logitech, which Corsair actually reached out to me, brag, but hey, anyway, Nintendo, right? They're not going to hit me up because I play Fall Guys. They're going to be like, we like you because we like Jalie, we like the brand, we like what you put out into the world. But that could also be the case in 10 years. Let's say I've evolved to doing different or a different format of content. As long as I'm in the center of it and I know who I am and what I'm putting out in the world, then I'm the you get me? Like the product is me. It's already, knit and packaged, and this is what you get, with me, period. Not just a Pandora's box of, a Pandora box creator that just plays this one game. And that's why like, anyway, I've all the time that I've been into content creating, I've been thinking about the long term of it. And after all the thinking, all of the experiences and everything that I've learned, that's just what I'm sticking with.
Yeah. You're in a very much more mature, complicated way. You're proving how slow growth is better than rapid growth, because you actually get to work on the intricacies of it.
And I've grown rapidly. Even I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Beginning of the year, I started with 2,000. I'm at almost 7.3. I've grown incredibly, 5K subs, and it's through my personality though. It's not the game that I'm playing. Right. It's like, that's the chick that screams on Among Us. Oh my God, she's so funny. I want to see her. I want to see her scream at and rage at other stuff. Yeah. And they're like, who is this girl? And why is she like that? And how does she have the courage to get on and be herself? And oh my gosh. So if she can do it, I can do something that I want to do, that I'm scared to do, that not a lot of other people do. So, so that's it. That's it. I'm not the, okay, so this video format works, so let's do it so I can get the clicks. Anyway, no shade on people that do it like that, but they are going to get tired of it, and it's going to be to the point that they're not even doing it. They're going to have editors. They're just going to sit in a chair, read a script, and then be done.
It's soulless. Let's be honest. It's soulless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it's soulless.
And then the part that they love out of it is the validation through the views and the clicks.
Yeah.
And the what they're getting in the bank account.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you feel like you have a good like BS detector? Like you have good intuition?
Yeah, I have an incredible intuition.
Like you've been able to see that like in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Women
100%. I'm a Cancer. I'm 100%. Okay. I'm 100%. Not that that matters to everybody else.
I know.
But anyway, what I've been always told about myself and what's always come true is that I'm very empathetic and I'm very intuitive, and I get vibes about people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember I have an incredible memory too. Thank God. And that's memory is one of the most important things about doing this, by the way, because if you mess up somebody's name that told you that they were somebody else, like, oh yeah, my name on my title is Bob, but my name is actually Jeffrey. And then if you call them Bob and they're like, hey, but I told you to call me Jeffrey, remember? For me, that's like,
I learned that the hard way. Rona. You know who I'm talking about? Rona in your
chat. Yes. Yeah, but she used to have it in her name, I think for safety reasons. She didn't.
Yeah.
She didn't continue, but I know who she is. And I would, memory is so important.
Yeah. I learned that real quick. Mm-hmm. When I saw the caps come out, I was like, okay. Oh,
my bad.
I got it. But hey, but you know what? Like you said, there are people.
And the patience of having to like, you just got to be gracious with your chat. You got to be patient. You got to be loving, because there's so many times that I could have just like raged. I would have like 100 people blocked. If I blocked immediately somebody that came into chat immediately, because that's just what they do. They just go around through different streams and troll and like try to get a reaction from the streamer. If I had done that, I would have a list of like 100 hidden people or banned people from my chat. But instead, I'm like, no, let's give them a chance. I'm telling you, my turnaround from the trolls to like the people that are like, oh my God, she's actually nice. She gave me a chance. Oh my gosh, all her people are forgiving. And I'm that guy. I'm that guy that came in and disrupted the chat, but they all accept me and they're all here for me anyway. And it's just showing them something different. You get me? And it could, and I do that with traffic too. When I'm driving, I let people go. Like I practice it in everything I do. When I'm driving, I will yield and let someone turn in when it's like a difficult thing, or like I'll just be patient and show kindness. And I think to myself, like maybe me showing them like patience and kindness, hopefully they can do that to someone else, or it'll come back to me that when I'm trying to get into a lane, that someone will kindly let me go. You get me? So it's all in hopes that people will learn something and pay it forward, kind of thing.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah. Like you're very sweet. Because
thank you.
You are. It's great.
Kat, like, am I sweet or do I rage?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I am so disgruntled at life that I am not like. I am very like. It depends. Like I feel phases. Like yeah. Like I think it's great. I think I'm glad you say that, but
rage.
Yeah, no. I'll let people pass, but. You need to respect me first. Like I'm the type of dude, I'm very like respect comes first. That's why I talk to you and approach you the way I did, because I will extend that love and kindness, but you got to earn it too. Cause some people make it very difficult. They make it very difficult. You know what I mean? I'm very quick to cut a troll and let them be a troll. You could stay a troll in your little troll bridge. I don't want you here. But the fact that you can extend that kindness, first of all, I do respect. But I'm just giving you my side. It's a huge
turnaround. I still have inside jokes with the trolls, the retired trolls. I still have inside jokes like, hey, remember when you came into my chat completely like being a troll, and now you're here, that you know my name, like you know everybody in the chat. Yeah. You're just like now a part of the community and you're loved. And there's some people. And you just learn so much about people as well, and what the younger people are going through as well when they're hateful or like something. I'm like, there's something going on in their life, or they're treated like that at home, and no one has ever shown them kindness or acceptance. And then that's where I come in and I cultivate people. I hate the word cultivate because it's the word cult, but I gather people just like that, and that can just that can just show love and you know, love people out of that. But sometimes there's people that, and I've learned that the hard way in real life, that, you know, you can't love everybody into changing or into you know, they just self-sabotage. They just self-sabotage at the end of the day. If that's who they're destined to be.
It comes from within. They have to want to. You can only show them the door, but it's up to them to walk through it.
Correct. Yep. That's all right. That's all everything. Yep.
Yeah. There's some people you can't win with. You can't
No, but
win.
you end up getting burned with those. The ones that you keep trying and you keep trying. Even in community, it's crazy. It's really true that you give them chances after chances after chances, and then they just point the finger at you like there's something wrong with you.
Do you feel like that hurts you a lot?
Oh my gosh, the first time that I really had to like ban somebody, I was so heartbroken over that. Sure.
I could tell. Just by the way you're talking, I feel like you were like,
I have my heart on the line here. I'm like, but please don't make me do it. But I've become quicker now. Like if I don't know you and you're being disruptive and ruining everybody else's time, I have to watch for everybody else's experience as well. So I'm quicker to do that now, but I also see like a cry for help. I also see a cry for help. So
have you ran into any situations where you absolutely know like they just don't care?
Yeah, and then they never come back. Because I just kill them with kindness, or I just don't react. You know what I'm saying? I just don't react. I just don't give them what they're looking for. But I feel them. I always tell them, like, I sympathize with you needing to be that way or thinking that you have to be that way. But hey, here we're just like a bunch of real people, and that's not cute or cool. You know, there's some people that literally their community is like 20% people that troll and spam and like just do crazy stuff.
Yes.
And I don't entertain that.
That's what I was gonna.
But they're just happy having the view number up a little bit higher by having those people, and that's just not the vibe.
Okay. And that's where you feel like it would be necessary to cut the weeds, for lack of a better term.
I mean, for a very long time, I had subscriber only, and sometimes I still do. And it's like more intimate streams, like only a certain amount of people can get into a certain lobby. Or if it's like a community building thing, I'll have subscriber mode only. So if someone comes in like hating and just spewing hate, I'm like, that's pretty sad that you had to subscribe to say that. Like that hurts. That sucks for you. But it never comes out. I swear, I probably had to be very defensive, like less times than I can count on one hand. Like, or well, that I actually was annoyed or got upset. But now people are doing different things, like with today with Among Us, and how they were like modding or hacking the game somehow, and then they don't even like go in chat and saying like, oh, I'm doing this, like, haha, like just come into the chat so I can ban you, you know. But no, I have people that do it quietly now. You know, it doesn't work for whatever reason. They get gratification from that, which is weird. But you know, whatever floats their boat. Yes, people were hacking. Yeah, Among Us of all things, like such a cool little game. But yeah,
and that's going to my point. You just can't win with some people, and I'm glad you kind of went into that. I kind of been looking for advice, because I feel like when there's someone who's constantly like that, it almost like infects the chat and makes everyone think that it's okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Do you feel like that's facts?
There's some people in my community that I just can't part with. And I just hope that they find their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, they come, they see the vibes, they try to disrupt the vibes, it doesn't work, and then they leave. And then I'm like, another one. Okay, we survived that one. But you're a better person than me.
I just straight up ban them. I'm so like exhausted of it. Like I'm tired of people like constantly trying me, because you know they're not gonna say that stuff in real life. Like you just doing it because there's a safety net. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like again, like the way I grew up, the things I've been through. You don't talk like that to people. Like there's consequences, and it's like I'm so exhausted. Like because I deal with it all day. You know what I mean? I'm dealing with people. I didn't come. I was just telling my chat, and they know. Like I moved. I had to move because like the neighborhood I was, it was just so crazy. You know what I mean? You don't know like who you're running into. So
Right.
I can't, my tolerance is getting depleted. I don't know if it's healthy or
I
not
have
though.
a thing that I go by, that like, what is it? I literally posted it the other day. It was, like responding to negativity is a invitation to your consciousness. So, you
I
know,
like that. Yeah.
just not even respond. If they do hit the nail on the head with something that really bothers you, which there's nothing anybody could say that bothers me. I've heard it all. But if they do just hit the nail on the head, just don't show them a reaction and don't invite them into your thing by you know, or even putting them on the pedestal and like really ridiculing them back or something like that. It's just not worth it, you know, because even if you have to stoop to their level, it doesn't feel good at the end of the day, because for me, that's when that thought comes in, like, you know, they're probably going through stuff in real life, you know, or like they weren't showed kindness or love or anything like that, or they don't have life experience. And I just feel bad for them. I just feel bad for those type of people.
Right. I appreciate that you sharing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need to hear from another creator because I'm at the point now where you know what I mean? I'm running out of patience a little bit, but to an extent, I think when I clearly know that they're doing it strictly to make me mad, that's where I kind of like lose it. But I understand, like, I was young too. I like to mess around. I like to troll. I got kicked out of a clan once because I kept messing with the leader. Like, I was a kid. Yeah, I was a little gremlin. I get it. Yeah. But some people get nasty with it, and I think that's where I you know, that's where I kind of know the difference. But
yeah, for me, I've always just been in my own lane, and people just gravitate towards me naturally. And I see what they're putting out, and I don't engage with some things. And in a way, I've never put it into words, the subconscious, like conscious thing. When you respond to negativity, it just becomes like remembering that there's more layers to it. So that helps me a lot.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully that helps anybody in chat. If somebody's mean to you or hateful for no reason, just know that there's more behind the surface. Of course, you can have your boundaries, but at the same time, try not to stoop to their level, because you're really just proving them right when you do that. Like, you're just proving them right. Like, there's other people in the world that are just hateful like me, and this is what I'm doing to bring it out of them. So yeah.
Bars. I like it.
And then they get validation when you respond back.
Right.
So
yeah,
that's what it is.
There you go. I like it. Thank you, Jalie, dropping the knowledge. Very thoughtful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know if you want to get into viewer questions, but is there anything else you wanted to bring to the table? Anything you wanted to talk about? Anything you want to vent about? Anything new you're excited about? You want to talk about?
Oh, yeah. I do want to say that existing in space, I think your first interaction with me was on Twitter, where I was saying about where I was talking about that I don't post my live streams on there. I don't know if you remember, because I don't want a streamer audience.
Yes.
So that goes back to that goes back to our conversation about Twitch. You have to make, like, if you're on a platform, you have to make content that suits the platform. You get me? Like, so if you're going to exist in Twitter, you need to make things that are aligned with the Twitter meta. You can't just use it as self promo. It's like, it doesn't work like that. You get me? Like, it's one thing when, so for example, I exist on Twitter to make things that are interesting on Twitter that revolve around me still, but that would be for Twitter. Do you get me? It's not just for going on there and talking about my stream and about that's on YouTube. Like, if you're going to be on a platform and exist on a platform, you need to have an outlet where you're actually performing for that platform, instead of just using it as a base, because it just won't go far. You get me? You have to share, you have to do things that other more than just pasting your link. So I'm not on Twitter or any other social media platform besides TikTok, but then I have a clips page for that. I have a separate clips page that has like 2K followers that were all organic, just literally reposting my YouTube shorts onto there, just completely organic growth. I just post and just go along my merry way. And then I have the larger TikTok that's for streamer, PC, like more content about me.
Yeah.
So yeah, just what I feel like, whatever space that you're in, whether it's Twitter, whether it's TikTok, or here on YouTube, you gotta make the content for the platform. Not like, try to redirect all the time.
Yeah.
And also, go ahead.
Because I mentioned that when I first kind of started this whole YouTube stuff, I was telling Vitais, like, I've been mentioning him a lot today, by the way.
No,
but this is very.
He seems interesting.
He's a great dude. Yeah, I love. We're gonna be doing a collab soon, by the way, guys. Look forward to that. Good. So I told him, he was asking me like, how do I feel about like posting on multiple platforms, and I was like, I feel like it feels wrong to just repost clips on YouTube on TikTok. That's why I made completely different content on TikTok, because it just feels like repetitive. Like, I wouldn't want to watch that. Right. Like, I wouldn't go to your socials and expect to see like your YouTube clips on your Insta, because what's the point of me going to your Insta? Do you think that's kind of like on the same lines of what you're saying?
Well, you have to make the content for the platform, I feel. So like, when it comes to this whole shorts clips meta, it is very repetitive.
Yeah.
Because that's just the product, and the people that are consuming it it's a transaction. You give me a couple seconds of whatever and I consume it. Yeah. So that's what it is. So that's why I find it so important that even with those clips and shorts platforms, that you find a space to show yourself, because there's a million other copy pasters that are doing the same exact thing, especially with the sounds, or especially with all of that. You gotta just exist in the environment and make sure to show yourself and your purpose, and you can still participate in the repetitive thing, okay, but you just gotta find space to like show yourself as well. So that's, and then people will naturally gravitate towards you. That's what I'm saying. Like, people will naturally, if you're just yourself, people are just going to naturally gravitate towards you. So that's why I have 2 TikToks, because I know one has to be dedicated to clips, which is just copy paste. I don't even like, I log in only when I'm posting, and I used to do it every day, but actually I stopped because I don't have passion for that. You get me? And now I'm like leaning more towards, doing more content on my larger page, and doing content on Twitter, because there's a whole different meta over there. But you got to find a purpose for every single platform that you're on, whether it is to share your thoughts, whether it is to connect. Like, you got to have like a vision for whatever, and you have to like participate in what it is that platform is for as well. So you just got to find a balance. If I had more time, I would I would have an editor that just edits my videos, and I would just be everywhere all the time. But the core of it is going to be my personality, So, you just got to choose wisely when your time is limited as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically it.
That's very thoughtful.
Wanted to touch on that. I wanted to touch on that because a lot of people are only on platforms to bring them to their streams, and really all you're attracting are other streamers. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not an actual audience,
right? They just want to tune in. Like, as much as I love other people's support, sometimes I feel a little like I don't share to my family either or anything like that, because my content's not for them. Right. And my content's for people that have found me, like my personality, and either want to play the game I'm playing or connect with people. Like, that's what it's for. Not to watch and like judge or speculate or anything like that. So I'm
gonna write that down. That was really good. I really appreciate you sharing that, because I think
you're welcome.
Like, there's a lot of that. And to me, it's personally annoying. Like, I do appreciate the creators that I go to their Twitter and I can get something new. But I guess being a content creator puts me, I guess what I'm saying is I'm thinking of it through the lens of a viewer, because I used to watch a lot of live streams and I would always appreciate like seeing the different types of content, you know, whether it be they have multiple channels or if they say like, hey, follow me on Twitter, like, why should I do that? You're right here. But then when I go over there and they're like reposting funny memes or jokes or, you know, like things that I wouldn't expect on their channel, I always appreciated that. So it gave me, more of a reason to be engaged.
Yeah. So I'm on Twitter to connect with other people.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter to relate, show my personality, and maybe one day something good can come from it. Well, today, look, just for putting my take out there.
Yeah.
Just for putting my take out there. You're like,
yeah. I mean, hey, there's no such things as coincidences. There really isn't. Because when I looked in there and I was like, she streams Fall Guys? What? On YouTube? What the?
But that's not my personality. I'm not just a Fall Guy streamer.
No.
That's what, you know, that's what's important.
Yeah.
Like, wait, this girl streams. Okay, what does she stream? And then that's where the click comes from.
Yeah.
You get me? That's where the genuine interest in who is this person? What does she do?
Yeah.
And what does she stream? That's where the click comes in.
Yeah.
Not, oh, hey, come. I'm a streamer and I stream this. You know?
Come watch, please.
Right. Like if you were already subscribed because you thought I was cool or whatever, you would know when my streams are. You get a notification.
Yeah.
You would make the time. You would make, you know, and there's difference. Like if you're having a special event, cool. Or like if you have something that it's genuinely like a full-blown audience. Like for example, if I was doing some type of challenge, everybody likes giving me like spicy food challenges and stuff. So if I was doing like some type of crazy like event or celebration, then I might tap into that so that, you know, other people can just join the vibe. But if it's just another stream, if it's just another cool chill vibe stream, then I prefer it to be more intimate. I don't want, you know, I don't want like 1,000 people coming over from Twitter. Let's just say, right? I don't want, and then what? Like, hey, this is my community. What's up?
Yeah.
Like, we're playing Fall Guys. What's up? But yeah, no, I prefer it to be like a little intimate. And YouTube does a great job at recommending my streams to people that would like to watch it.
Yeah. It's so great. Very, very ahead of the curve. Okay. Anything else you'd like to share before we get into the... Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. The most exciting part, guys. Let me go ahead and set a little reminder to everyone that we're going to start the question segment real quick. Okay. Guys, throw your questions in the chat for Jalie. She'll... Jalie. So yeah, I just did it. I suck at this.
Jalie. Just say it with the Spanish. Jalie.
You know, it's funny because you're very... This is another crazy thing. You're very, very close to my sister's name.
Really?
So I was like,
don't tell me.
No, I won't tell you, but I'll ask her first, and maybe I'll tweet it or I'll DM you it. But I was like, wow, like this is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so we're gonna go through some super chats first, and then guys, you know how it is. We'll go through the questions. We'll prioritize those, and then floor is yours, Jalie. I gotta say it Hispanically. I'm acting like I'm not Hispanic or something.
I know, right?
Yeah, you caught it too, because I was watching you play the Only Up.
I get it.
And I was like, concho, like watching you. You're like, you're a Plátano detector. What's going
Without
on?
the CH.
Yeah. All right, David, appreciate you rejoining the kingdom. Shout out to you, man. Retro Core, thank you for the 5.
Give me those questions. Give me those questions. The hard hitting questions. Let's go.
Yeah, you ready for a hard hitting one? Here we go.
Oh
Psycho.
yeah, right. They're gonna ask me like my favorite drink.
Psycho with the 2, he says, is she your cousin?
What's your favorite soda?
Yeah. He says, is she your cousin like you said she was? It was a term of endearment. And I don't know why he acting like I said you weren't already. He's trolling.
Bruh, this is clearly my cousin. How could you?
Clearly.
That's why I'm on the podcast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to get a spot. I had to pull the connections, you know?
Yeah.
How I had to pull the cousin card.
The cousin card. How did you not know, Psycho? Come on. So obvious. Anyway. See if anybody's got anything, and let me know if you see anything, by the way, that you'd like me to highlight.
What? I can't believe you, Retro. Hot or cold coffee? How could you?
Hot or cold coffee? That's the important question.
I like iced coffee. hot, if I get it hot, I usually like wait until it's like warm. And then cold, you can have like whipped cream on top and stuff.
Right. You can have some real fun with it.
Takes it away.
There you go.
Okay. I think we got another question.
What is your favorite creative final, or your favorite creative final round or survival map in Fall Guys? You can think of it.
What's your favorite creative final round survival map? Okay, so creative, one of my community members, Alex, shout out Alex. I have like 6 Alexes, by the way, but he knows who he is. He literally made a Fall Guys map that spelled my name. It's J. Like literally you have to go through the J and then you go up to the A, the L, the I, the E. And it's so good. And I was just so like appreciative that he did that, and it's a challenging map, and I like rage at the map and everything, so it's like he got my personality. Like it's just so good. He's not watching this, but that's my favorite creative. The regular, like a classic mode, I love. Whatchamacallit, the one with the rhinos. I'm like really good at that.
You like Stomping Ground?
Stomping Grounds, yeah. I like that one. I used to be good at it.
Stomping Ground?
I used to be good at it, yes.
Good grief. My chat is gonna lose their minds.
I used to be good at it, but I don't know. They put something in the water now. They're feeding them something weird. You know?
They've been feeding them, girl. I can't stand that map. I'll be wanting to grow more gray hairs.
Yeah, and just like a lot of the classic maps I really enjoyed though. So when I get them, it's like a sweet treat, you know.
Respect.
The cool ones, like the new ones are cool and everything, but I enjoy like the games that you were just grinding every single day, the same like 5 maps. That was so enjoyable.
I feel like you got Stockholm syndrome.
I swear I have just accepted it. I've broken in. I
found it out, Chad.
No, but Fall Guys is the one game. You know what? Mario Kart is my favorite game in the world, and I can only play a couple hours of that before my brain feels like it's bleeding. But over here on Fall Guys land, I get it. All right, we do have a question from J Mika. He says, I'm going into 9th grade. I have been bullied and I don't know how to handle. Begin bully. What do I do? Okay. So if you're just like minding your own business and you're just going about your day and bullies approach you or they do something to get to your attention, think about it like this. You're like an orb. Okay. You're like an orb of undisrupted energy. And they look at your orb, okay, your color, your aura, and they're like, what is that? Like, why is that? And let me try to disturb it. Okay. So when you start understanding like the view of the bully, they're like, there's something about you, and it's not your looks. It's not something you did. It's not what you're wearing. It's something about you being so unbothered, being who you are, that brings this bully's attention, and they see something in you that they don't have. Okay. So they see whether it is unbotheredness, whether it's being on your own or being happy with your own company. There's something about you that bothers them. And it just comes down to how they are expressing that to you, because really they could be like your friend, right? They can be like, hey, I really like this kid. Like, he's cool. He's so unbothered. I want to get to know more like him so I can learn from him and be like him. But instead, these bullies are like, well, I'll never learn because I'll never be him. I'll never be that good to be like him. So instead, let's break him down and make him what he's not. You get me?
Yeah, I do.
And also with bullies, you have to, with what I was saying earlier in this interview, with bullies or trolls in chat, it comes from a place of hurt. You know, so if you can I'm not telling you to like go and punch your bully in the face, but if you can show them some compassion and be like, I get why you're like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
It's like my wife says, hurt people hurt people.
Yeah. Hurt people hurt people. And maybe it's just like, hey, bro, I get it. Life is tough, but I'm here trying too. Like,
Yeah.
and if that doesn't work, you just remember who you are every day and keep being you. And hopefully they just get tired. Hopefully they just get tired and just knock it off, or just find someone else to like mooch and leech off of. But you just got to be true to yourself, because that's just what attracted them to you in the first place.
There you go. I like it. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
Good
it
answer.
for the bully.
I got a good question.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a good question from HFV. He says, "Hey Jalie, I have a question about the thing you said about shorts. Yugi knows I like to make shorts, but I have mixed opinions because I want to build a strong community, but he feels like shorts are just lucky."
Okay. So, this is another thing we didn't touch on.
Yeah.
So anything that you are consistent with, either it works out or it doesn't. So if you have a style right now that you are grinding, and there's no growth, then you need to change the style. You get me? And you have to adjust whatever you're doing. As long as you're being consistent. For example, I have this whole year of 2022, I have not missed one day of posting. Not one day of posting a short. I post 4 to 5 shorts every single day.
Yeah.
And sometimes 2, if I'm like waking up in the morning, like, oh my God, I gotta short out in like 10 minutes. Which only has happened a couple of times, but consistency is the key. If you even find a little bit of success in something that you did, let's say 1 out of all the videos that you did popped off, that means that's a good sign and that you should continue in that direction. But if you've gone months and with the same type of format, the same type of thing, and you've learned, then you have to like switch it up, because something that isn't growing, it's rotting, because everything in life is supposed to grow.
Right.
Okay. And even when you're an adult, like, you stop growing physically, but your mind keeps growing. So anything that's not growing is rotting with everything.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have like a more specific thing that you're doing that you want me to give some feedback on.
Very well said. Vex, our resident trial mod, wants to ask you, what's your opinion about people who want to go for a singer career or music producer?
Singing career, music, as long as you're good to your craft and you put yourself out there, because singing and producing, all of those are creative, which are all art. By the way, I look at creating anything. It could be content, it could be putting paper clips together on the sidewalk. If you're creating something that you are seeing in your vision, no matter what it is, it could be singing, it could be playing the piano, it is art.
Yeah.
So as long as you are true to yourself and you're good at this creating creative art, singing or producing music, you just got to put yourself out there. Okay, do a TikTok. Like, TikTok is big on getting people out there.
Yeah.
And you just stick to what you love, and you're just consistent in that, and success will find its way to you.
That's right.
If it's meant to be for you, it will happen for you, as long as you're putting in what you're good at and the consistency part of it. And then everything else will fall into place.
Beautifully said. Niall Burton says, do you plan on streaming Undertale? I recommend sparring everyone unless you want to have a bad time. Or sparing.
I love that. So I'm open to play whatever games. Yes, I'm open to. I've tried. Oh my gosh, we have this whole Roblox meta in my community that literally Roblox is like my kryptonite. Because that's like the one game I've actually raged at, and it has nothing to do with the game. It just has to do with like some people's like the behavior, like everybody just turns into goblins.
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh, with peace and love, Roblox. But so I've put that game down, but I've literally played everything. So I would be open to playing games, but we just got to find a scheduling thing. Sometimes I have like 1 slot every week where I'm open to doing something out of the ordinary, or doing like a community building thing. So yeah, that all comes down to, yeah. So I'm open to it.
All right.
Okay, open to it.
Cat Banana wants to know, what's your favorite color? I'm going to assume pink.
Yeah, it's like actually my number one, it's like a light gray, like a heather gray. And then just because I don't like to be like too typical. And then it's pink. And then it's
nothing wrong with
baby
pink.
pink. It's super baby pink.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Like baby. Oh no, this is like more normal pink, but baby pink. Oh, like Jigglypuff. Like this kind of pink.
There you go. Mateo wants to know what's your favorite game, but I think it's safe to say it's Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's Mario Kart. My favorite game to play with you guys is Fall Guys, though, for sure.
There it is. Jay Micah wants to tell you, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up and a gamer. I'm an outgoing person. How do I make others feel comfortable to my channel so that they want to be a part of my channel? It's a good question.
Just being yourself is the most important thing. Okay. And knowing what you have that you can better the world with, and you can go a really long way with just that, because not to burst any of your bubbles that are aspiring creators, there's not money in this for a long time. You have to go through so many mental obstacles that are really going to put a test to your mental toughness. Okay. So I hope you guys, I'm telling you right now, if you are aspiring to become a creator, the art, like the reason why you're doing it has to be for creation, not for you want to have the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
All right. Because that's not the reality.
Yeah.
All right. People paint in their painting garage to paint. All right. And then much later, someone finds their paintings underground and are like, oh my God, this is Picasso. Let's put, that's literally what it is. People usually find you much later.
Yeah.
Fair
enough. HFV has a clarification if you want to hear it.
Sure.
He's saying, I was trying to say that I feel like shorts are easy subs, but they normally don't align with the videos that I make. I have a bunch of Fortnite players sub to me, but they're not watching my content. So he's basically saying that I think he's trying to give you and us pushback on the idea that a lot of people feel like shorts are just easy subs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They almost look at it like, and I'm gonna lay this real quick. I feel like there's a misunderstanding of what shorts are. I feel like people just see it as like it's a sub farm. Like there aren't really people actually pressing that sub button. You know what I mean? There's a misunderstanding, I think, there, but I'll let you, tackle that.
So you say that you have people watching your shorts, but they're not converting over to your long form content.
Yeah.
And then it said, but they're not watching my content. They are watching your content. They're watching your shorts content. You get me?
Yeah.
You are entertaining them in the format that they want. There's completely different audiences. There's long form, which is videos that you have to be good at searching stuff to be able to find the video that you want, or have a perfect algorithm on your YouTube that caters exactly to what you want when it comes into long form videos. You like a plot, you like a climax, you like the ending, whether you're satisfied at the end of it. It's a whole experience having a long form content. Okay. And there's billions and billions of long form content videos that are, 10 to 20 minutes, whatever, that are, it's a completely different ball field, because guess who we have on our on our platform creating content? We have Mr. Beast that has an unexpendable budget.
Yeah.
Making these same 10 to 20 minute videos that you're trying to get in the same field as. YouTube is such an amazing opportunity. It's like a backdoor for creators that don't have that capacity to be able to do a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe that they're not like self-distinguished. You get me? Like you don't have your personality to sell. Like you don't know your personality yet to be able to sell your personality or to be able to market yourself as a brand.
Yeah.
So it's either or, for long form content. So when I get into long form content, it's going to be that. So, and then there's a live stream content, right? There's people that want to connect and they search. Okay, I enjoy this game and I need it live. They know how to search.
Yeah.
You get me? They know how to search, and they're willing, they're comfortable. They're in their couch, they're in their bed, they're with their snacks, and they're there for the vibe. You get me? They're there for the 2, 3, 4, 5 hour vibe on one game or wherever the wind take them. And they're there to connect. It's completely different audiences, completely. So with shorts, the same thing. These shorts audience, if you're successful with short views, they are watching your content. They're just watching the content that they enjoy. And there's such a big difference in the audiences that, like I said earlier, if one comes over and is interested in your long form content and says hi, like, hey, I found you through your shorts, that's a W. That's such a big W, because it's not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be 3 different audiences, and you can cater to all of them. You know, it'll be a lot of work, and it's a lot of work, but shorts are another opportunity to tap into an audience that would have never seen your stuff anyway. You got me?
Well said. I like that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Okay, Manuel Gonzalez Moron wants to ask, what is your favorite friend in your channel? I don't know if they're trying to do a bias question and bait you. I can put it away if you need me to.
Who's my favorite friend in my channel? Oh my gosh. I don't have, like, not to be bait, like,
they're trying to bait you, answer. By the way. They're trying to bait you. I don't think it's not fair to say that we have favorites.
No, I wasn't really going to answer it, but the whole background is what I pride myself on is treating you guys all fairly.
Yeah.
And there's some that stick around more than others, and you know, I just support whoever is there for me on my good days and my bad days. So yeah, you are all my favorites.
Yeah. This is not that hard, guys. Some of you guys are a little less pleasant than others, but we appreciate you just as much. Dallas says, final question. What's your favorite Fall Guys YouTuber that inspires you in your streams other than me? Okay. Or someone you know. Basically, is there another Fall Guys content?
Humble.
Dude, like, I appreciate it, Dallas, but come on, bro.
Okay, so I don't watch Fall Guys streamers. I'll be honest with you guys. I know that there's been a few that I stop in and I say hi to show my support. I literally say hi, what's up, how are you? And I've debated, like, okay, do I hang around? But then that goes back to the intentions thing, and I don't want to be that person. So I'm in my own lane. I don't watch any other Fall Guys streamers at all. And the ones that I have tapped into and just like got a little vibe, I appreciate my community that much more when I leave. Let's just say it like that. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. And because everybody, it's just a completely different ecosystem in every single stream. So I can never be like them. They can never, imitate what I have, but it's interesting to see. So I'm there for studying, not there to, say like, hey, this is my favorite guy. Yeah. So no, I don't have a favorite. Sorry. I don't watch Fall Guys streams. Yeah.
No is a valid answer.
Yes.
It is. Sometimes no is needed. I don't know how to pronounce this name. I'm going to try ProGKX, I guess. ProGK. Is Yugi related to Yu-Gi-Oh? It is. You should know this if you ask that question. Yo te estoy mirando. Yeah. You better recognize. I ain't the OG Yugi. I'm just an imitator. All right. You see this hairline? It ain't Yugi's hairline. Someone, I guess, wants to ask, what's your favorite part of streaming?
My favorite part of streaming is when I'm getting off of stream. Actually, no, but not in the way that you think. When I'm getting off of stream and I have everyone saying like, W stream, you made my day so much better. Or like, oh, we had so much fun, I can't wait for tomorrow, why do you have to go, like, I wish the stream could last forever, like, and I'm just being filled with love, you know, all within the 30 seconds that I'm leaving, and we do our corn theme song, and the chat's still blowing up after I leave, and then after I just have this sense of like fulfillment, You got me. It's not based off of like super chats because that doesn't happen. You were literally one of the only ones. I can still count on two hands how many super chats I've ever gotten ever.
Wow.
Yeah, and which is not a big deal for me. But anyway, so I just feel so fulfilled with bringing light to my community, and that's the feeling. You're feeling like so satisfied that I made an impact today. And that is literally, that's it for me.
I like that. We'll get back on that real quick. I'm hanging on to what you're saying real quick. Oh, well, thank you for the 10, bro. Yo, W's in the chat for him. Thank you so much for your support. He just wants to say thank you for the podcast. Hey, man. Cost me nothing, dude, but I'm happy that you enjoy it. We do
he paid me a hefty fee though, guys. I gotta say, I gotta charge up.
Listen, oh, well, thank you so much for your support. Longtime supporter, fellow streamer. We do that here. And I meant what I said to you earlier when I did do that. There's plenty more to come. I do want to. We got to support each other. I meant what I said. We got to support each other. Listen, I have a dedicated budget in my checks.
I figured. I'm like, where's it coming from?
Hey, 601 is an appropriate donation number, right, chat?
Yeah,
it's appropriate. Wonderful. So sometimes I like to.
I didn't even catch that until I'm like, wait. That's actually his username. I'm so smart.
Whale knows. As soon as he became monetized, I was there kind of helping him out because we got to help each other out, man.
I just see the bar come up no matter the amount. And I'm like,
yeah. No, it is mind blowing.
No, I've had 79 cents in different currency and I don't know. So I just always have to I'm so grateful. Never have to do that. But I appreciate that so much.
Look at that. Yeah, he also follows up and says, I believe everything happens for a reason. Me too. He says, crazy how I found Jalie. Jalie. I gotta start saying Jalie.
Yeah. It's okay. You'll get used to it.
Jalie. That's better, right?
Jalie.
Okay. I found Jalie yesterday. It's crazy how he did that. And no, I'm not surprised. I found her. It's been 2 weeks, right? More or less when we talked.
Like a week.
It really was that fast? I feel like it's been 2. Wow. Time flies.
I don't know.
There you go. Look at that. So he found you yesterday.
Maybe I was on the radar for a couple weeks, but it took a minute to lock in the podcast.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, but short amount of time.
Okay. I don't know if you want to go into the corn question.
Oh no, I'm cool with it. It's not you get me? Like, I don't want to be known as the lady that's like obsessed with corn. My name is Jalie, and that was given to me. Okay, so the story is all right. So you guys see the corn emojis, you see the corn badges, you see the corn vibes.
Yes,
and I love that theme with my community, and it all sourced from playing Fall Guys actually. And every single time someone would win, we would play the corn song on my stream deck. So it's it's just a sound that I have, and then we would just play it back to back to back. That we all got to learn the song, and then the corn started to be the meme. And then I just call everybody juicy and buttery if they're all like plump and fresh, happy corns, and just this is the whole vibe. And then someone just was like, "You're the corn queen," and I'm like, you know what? That doesn't sound bad. And then we have the little corns here in the background. And then I told my mom that, oh my gosh, we have this cute little thing, this cute little inside little corn queen thing. And it's just so cute. It's just so cute. It just, I love it, but it's not my identity,
Yeah. It's just a little
cute. It's cute. Yeah. It's like a cute little thing we do. It's inside. So such a OG thing. So if you guys ever participate in the corn emojis and the corn vibes, just know that, it's a meta, okay? It's its own thing, all right? And you guys are just participating and supporting it. But that's basically it. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pull up a question here that keeps popping up.
Okay.
I'm gonna handle it, and then if you want to add to it, I gotcha. Because I feel like I know him. I feel like he's joking, but I'm gonna attempt to give him the best advice. You have to be someone that someone wants to be with. It's the best advice I can give you. If you got nothing else of value to add, you got nothing else to give, you got to be someone who's attractive in more ways than just looks. That's your answer. I don't know what else you're expecting from Jalie. I don't know if you want to even answer that question. It's related. He's dead ass trying to figure out how to pull someone, which, By the way, if
Oh,
you're
like
saying,
Riz?
yeah,
Oh
let me
my gosh, we
hold
have
on.
Riz
Quick,
competitions in chat.
right.
Actually,
Real quick, let me say something. If you're saying pull someone, you already got El Riz. You ain't pulling.
We're about to have a Riz
you're like, I don't know why you're even asking
competition right now.
You're asking me to roast you right now is what I'm gonna do.
Yo, I have some Riz Raiders in the raters in the chat right now. Let's hear it. Let's hear the best that you've got, and we can rate your Riz.
You don't pull people. You have relationships. You get to know them.
What is going on?
So annoying.
But what was the question directly?
He won. Okay, sure.
How do you pull somebody? What would you say it? We can vibe.
He's saying, this is why I don't take it seriously, because he's saying,
what?
I have a question, and I guess he's asking you. I don't know why he's asking you this.
Okay.
He said, how do I pull someone? Because I play Fall Guys, so I have no clue how to pull someone. That's a meme in the Fall Guys community. I'm not taking that part seriously. But he's saying, please give me advice. This is serious.
This is not serious. It's serious. No.
It is not. But go ahead.
Just with anything that you do, just be yourself.
There you go.
And whatever's attracted to you will come. Period.
There you go.
But sometimes though, you got to just drop a little bit of hints, you know?
Right.
You just got to be like, hey, what's up?
There you go.
That's it. Period.
Good
and if you got positive Riz, then it'll work out. Oh, but what if this is
It's not. You guys that's the problem. That's everything with that question is the problem as to why it won't happen. But it will
naturally happen though. Anyway, if it's serious, for all you Rizzlers or soon to be Rizzlers, hey, it'll happen for you. Okay. Don't stress it too much.
All right. I got some rapid fire questions after the chat's done trolling that if you would like to answer, you can go ahead, or if not, you can just let me know if you want to skip.
Bring it.
All right. You got a favorite food?
Yes. Lasagna.
Wow, good choice.
Yeah, now, lasagna.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say that because I feel like
lasagna is so
I feel like some lasagna they put way too much sauce.
No, I hate sauce. More ricotta. And I put like extra Parmesan in the ricotta. So it's like infused, like cheese infused with cheese. And then just the meat sauce, like just a little bit of sauce in the meat sauce, you know, like not, it's all about the cheese and the thick pasta. And that's it. So yeah, I love my lasagna. I've actually had so much of it that it actually fell down the tier list for a while. It was a gigantic dream lasagna, and I ate it every day for like 5 days in a row. And I was just like, all right.
I know that's the beautiful thing about it. You can like actually have it throughout the week.
Yeah, it's so good. All right, next question.
Gotcha. Do you have a very big fear? What's your biggest fear?
Yes, I'm terrified of bees, wasp, hornet, anything like that.
You allergic?
I have never been stung in my life, and I don't ever want to be stung. I think I will actually panic because the just having it stuck in you with the stinger like stuck in you, and like it's just flailing around, and I don't like to kill insects. Like I don't like it. I just rather it be like picked up or like open a window if a fly is in the house or something. I don't like to kill animals or anything. So having a bee stuck in me, on me, stinger
is a nightmare
because you have to kill it. Like you have to, there's no way to like easily like take it off, and like it's not. Oh, and then I also have trauma because when I used to go in my parents' pool or my mom's pool, the wasp would come to the surface, and one time like I dove down and then I came back up and a bee got stuck in my hair, and I was like I was losing it. And they literally had to comb it out of my hair where all the bee guts were like. It was gross. All right. Traumatizing. Never again. I'm
sorry about that.
I will run. You will never see me run faster than if there's a bee around it. I'm done. I will not exit through a door if there's like a hive. Like I can't do it.
Oh, okay. Bless your heart. Oh,
yeah. My. Next.
Sure. Let's see. So we asked, I think you already asked favorite color, favorite game was Mario Kart. Do you have a favorite genre of music?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard.
It is, right?
I like, no, my genres are weird. I grew up listening to like rock music and with my mom, like my mom is very much into rock music. And then through culture, I got Spanish music and hip hop and rap and all of that stuff. But actually my taste of music is so broad that I recently started liking country music, like really cute, like love country songs. And so yeah, no, my I do have a favorite artist, which is The Weeknd. But besides that, there's and Sabrina Claudio, Adele, like just people who are really skilled at whatever genre they do, and it's usually like a genre that's out of the normal, like pop and rock and stuff. So yeah.
All right. Oh Whale with the 2. Thank you so much. Oh Whale. He went W's in the chat for our boy.
Let's go.
Favorite SpongeBob character. This is a serious question. It's a good one. It's actually a good question.
Sandy Cheeks.
Sandy Cheeks. There you go.
Always.
Okay, I like it. Do you have a dream car?
Okay, so I'll tell you my dream car growing up. It was a aqua buggy. It was like an aqua Volkswagen buggy, or like, what did they call, Beetle? Aqua convertible, just like Barbie, just like the Barbie aqua convertible. Like I always pictured it in my mind, like a little aqua convertible Beetle Volkswagen.
We might have to pull this up. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah,
let's see if I can pull it up.
It's an aqua. You can literally pull it up. Aqua convertible Volkswagen Beetle.
Aqua
convertible Volkswagen Beetle.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh.
That's literally it. That was the one growing up. Now I have Toyota. I'm Toyota for life. But yeah, I even if, let's say I won the lotto tomorrow, I would still drive Toyota. I'm bred into Toyota, so whatever Toyota.
That's awesome.
That's it. I would never buy a Lambo or Land Rover or anything like that. Gotcha. Or Ferrari truck or Tesla. No, I'm good. Toyota gang all day. Anyway.
All right, I see you. Yeah, I got a Tacoma right now. My dad gave me.
Tacoma. Oh my god, I used to work for Toyota, so I know everything.
Okay.
So, yeah. So if I ever got a truck, it would be a Tundra.
Yeah, them things last forever. So.
Oh yeah.
So you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong for selling those babies. Your favorite earliest memory could be childhood, could be high school, recent.
My favorite. Dang, you're having me go back into the archive.
Yep.
I think my favorite earliest memory is traveling to Spain. Oh, like I went from never like going outside the United States to the first international flight being to Spain with my mom and my sister, and we stayed there for 2 weeks, and it was just completely out of the ordinary, and I got to experience like a completely different type of life, because at the time I lived in Boston, Massachusetts, which is like very city, and then I went to Spain, and it was just like the most beautiful place. Everything tasted better there. Like the parks were cooler. I went in a pool. The water felt like Jello. Like literally we mountain climbed. I was so like dark skinned. Like don't let no one tell you that they're like Spanish people aren't dark skinned, because I was black. Okay. I literally changed race when I was over there, and and there's so many people like that over there. It was just the best. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And the museums, and then the city life, and then the festivals. It was just so memorable for me. So yeah, that was it. And I want to go back to Spain for sure.
Like to visit, or would you like ever stay there?
Oh no, I'm happy in Florida. Yeah. Nobody that lives in Florida wants to leave unless it's hurricane season.
Yeah.
We're happy. We're happy over here.
Yeah. We're
happy.
Yeah. I was talking to my wife about potentially moving there. Because
there's a lot of Dominicans over there.
Well, it's not even that's the reason. I genuinely had a good experience on there.
Oh, like, you went too? It's so beautiful. Yeah. So if I go in as an adult, I might have my eye open, seeing some qualities they have over there. But yeah, good vibes. It stayed with me forever. Food amazing, people cool, beautiful place.
Yeah. How in touch are you, would you say, with your Dominican side? I don't know if you're a half.
I cook.
I know you did
the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing. All about it.
All about it. I love my culture. I love my culture. I love my Dominican culture. My dad always made it very important for me to know my culture. That's literally where I get all the bachata, all the merengue, all the culture comes from. You need to be prideful of your country, you know, of our country, because that's where my dad came from. He came to America when he was 17. Wow. So he was very, very prideful, and I've been there multiple times as like a tourist, but yeah, I'm very prideful. I cooked the whole thing. I cooked the whole sancocho, mangu, like with the queso de freír, like the rice, the beans, like literally that's my life. Oh, another Dominican thing, taking spaghetti to the beach, like literally. Yeah, I'm in there like swimwear.
That's awesome.
I love my culture.
Okay. Beautifully said. I appreciate you sharing that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Poosh is still in here.
Yeah. Poosh. What's the story behind Poosh?
Poosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Poosh, it's your time to shine. You want to come up?
Yeah, please.
Come up. Okay, I'm gonna grab you. And you're gonna come. This is Poosh.
Aw. Hey, Poosh.
Oh, he's angry. Hi, Poosh. Say hi to the people.
He's like,
okay,
oh,
that was it.
No.
That was it. Poosh. Poosh is a Poosh. That's it. That's his name, Poosh.
There we
go.
He
actually had a completely different name. I named him George. And then just one day he became Poosh. And that's Poosh, and everybody knows Poosh. And that's it.
Fan favorite. That name kept coming up, so.
Yeah, I think there was one question that I saw that was interesting. And then we'll wrap after that.
Whatever you want to do.
Where is it? Unless it was like deleted. Hold on. I was scared of heights. No, not scared of heights. Blah, 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 blah. What country are you from? Oh, yeah, Dominican. Well, I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, but grew up with a Dominican household.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you speak the language fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not fluent. I don't practice it much because my mom talks to me in English. But if I have to for survival, I will speak Spanish. And sometimes for the meme, sometimes I'll meme into the Spanish. I read it, write it.
Yeah, I speak. My mom has been noticing I've been getting better because I speak it a lot at work.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. When I worked at Toyota, I was speaking to the speaking Spanish to everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not fluent. Like if I went over there to DR, they would definitely be able to tell, and they would just call me, the word. And then, yeah, I would definitely stand out, but yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's gratifying though. I'm not gonna lie, like, because I get that a lot. ¿Tú hablas español? I'll be like, yeah, and the look on their face every time, they'll be like, it's finally.
Thank goodness, yeah. And then they start rambling, and you're like, slow down. I don't speak my speaky Spanish very ugly, So no, but yeah, we're good on that. I can survive.
Yeah, my favorite was Mark Anthony. He would be like, he would say, my English is not very good looking.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. That's where I got it from.
Yeah. It's good times. But yeah, this been great. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. I had a good time. I feel like I got a lot of things off of my chest because, like I said, with my community, I try to keep it like very positive and like in the realm that we're in. So I don't get many conversations with creators. So this is really, really good. And I hope you as well, that you can, get something good, that we don't get any rage from this podcast from yeah,
but yeah, it's like you were alluding to earlier, you attract what you are. That's almost like it's like a rule of nature almost, right? Like when you get out, comes back. So and I told you that. I said I'm pretty confident you're not in that realm, so I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you bringing that. I was pleasantly surprised at your community when I was in there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of mods and chat are like how yours are.
Yeah.
Like and I got some crazy little kids. I love them. Sometimes they be saying some wild stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how people are gonna take it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I gotta put them in check. That's why I'm sorry if I come off a little aggressive with some of them, but it's out of love, But I was pleasantly surprised, and I wish you nothing but the best with that. I think you're gonna go far. I think you're a very model example of like just being a good person.
Right.
And I think that's what we need more of. That's the most important thing. Exactly. And you get that. And we appreciate you sharing that.
I just exist in the space as myself. And I encourage anybody else, whatever space you take up, just be yourself. And it's so much easier said than done. It's like, I'm breathing, I'm in my own body. But it comes with also knowing yourself too. And you'll be put through things in life that will help you know yourself. And then you can work on yourself. And then you can really see where you would be best in. So yeah, it's all a journey, guys. It's all a journey.
It's all a journey.
Yeah. I'm happy to share mine and happy to guide others as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I needed this. And I hope I helped other people too. But.
Yeah. I hope you guys got something from this. And thank you, Juan. He's my chat. He's my mod in my chat.
Yeah,
he's such a star mod and Quicks and all of you guys that showed up for me today. I really appreciate you guys. This is not your content. Like, imagine I have Fall Guys people that have been here that for hours now, just hearing me talk, and y'all are the real ones. I appreciate you guys
that's
so
beautiful.
Much.
Yeah, they've been a pleasure, man. I think round of applause, kingdom to them.
Thank you.
And what they did great. Like, they were pleasant in chat. We had some, we've had some interesting experience with people coming in. So we welcome them with open arms and thank you. Like I said, this was something that I needed, especially after the last conversation. I was kind of having a little bit of doubt.
Don't have any doubts. You're doing something great here. I'm telling you, especially with because I didn't know if you were diving specifically into Fall Guys or whatnot, like, because I don't proclaim myself to be just a Fall Guys streamer,
right?
But if you approach anybody that has something to say with your message and just giving them like the time and the platform, you're gonna get so many yeses that you'll be even surprised. And who says yes to you. And it's because some people really just want to speak their mind and have a voice. You're going to meet people along the way with bad intentions that are like, maybe I can get some clout off of this, but you just stay true to yourself and the reason why you do it. And you are also going to you're just going to be a star in whatever you do.
Thank you.
So I believe that.
Thank you.
Anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys all so much for entertaining us and asking all these awesome questions. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys Wednesday. I have the next 3 days off. Yeah. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's my first Sunday off in like months. Bro.
Wow.
I'm taking Sundays off. I'm sorry for summer. I'm not doing it. But yeah, you guys can find me on my stream. I do Fall Guys, Among Us, just we just vibe. All right. So if you want to chill with the vibes, you know where to find me. But the next one, I'll see you guys on Wednesday for Mario Kart.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, we'll test the bounds of our community with Mario Kart. All right, guys, I'm out. Bye. All right. Thank you so much, Yugi.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. All right. Just like that, she's out. Hey, man, that was cool. A lot of good information, a lot of positivity that we're so lacking nowadays. But she brought it. Sorry if we weren't getting into some of your super chats earlier. We wanted to save it for our guests for later. But I'll pop up the chat now. We can talk, guys. Talk to me. You got any last minute questions, comments, or concerns? I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to be honest. I'm not too sure. Chat. Got a lot going on, so let's pull it up here. What are you thinking? What's going on? Go ahead, Mateo. What do you need to say? Came back right when it was ending. Oh, rip, Vex. No! It's all right, man. Yo, appreciate you dropping the link, Dark. She is, man. She did a great job, right? We're going to be doing JP Maximus next. I think it's going to be pre-recorded. I'm not sure if he wants to do it live, though. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. But you want more advice of women? I don't know if this is the place for that right now. But maybe let's talk about it another time. How about that? Remind me that topic. It's okay. I got you. I heard you say it a lot of times now. Don't worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it, bro. She's a corn queen for real. Doing with Sundry? Oh yeah, I did. he has it on repeat on his channel. Go watch it. Yeah. As a certified corner, she is. Yeah, she's great, man. She did great. I think her take on shorts and just what this space exactly is was the most refreshing one we've had, I think, so far. Nobody talks like her. Nobody ever like has that radiance about this than her. That was a first. So shout out to her, man. We needed to hear that in the kingdom for sure. It's refreshing to see someone who's in it for all the right reasons and is not afraid to like express that, you know? It's great. It's wonderful. Yeah. She makes me, or he makes me laugh. What? Sundry? Yeah, I know, dude. He's so good. Sundry. Best streamer ever, for real. Real quality content. I did Psycho. He didn't respond yet. He hasn't said anything. I doubt it, bro. He ain't. I don't expect him. Let's not expect him to. The best thing we can do is, you know, just put it out there. Let him know that he's welcome on, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. All right. Got you, Mateo. All is forgiven. I got you. No worries, man. Don't even worry about it, bro. It's okay. I'm assuming that's it, guys. We appreciate you all being here for the live episode. This was cool. I don't know if you got anything from me. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to be honest. I might just spend time with Lady. But, you know, I'll talk to her when she gets home. We'll see how she feels. We might just hang out, do a little chill stream. I don't know. We'll see. Remember if I said join you in the podcast and tournament, I messaged Dark because I'm shy if I talk to stream. No, it's fine, Dark. Dallas, no problem. Yeah, you know. Hey, just hang out with her. We haven't really gotten, because that's the thing too, is that I'm doing good, Ori, by the way. I appreciate you being here, man. It tasted like pollution. Like concentrated pollution. You ever have just a car exhaust in front of your face? That's what it tasted like. But yeah, so the thing is with Lady's job, guys, like she only has off on the weekends. I'm trying to spend more time with her, so I don't know if I should just do a completely, I do know. I think I'm just going to do a complete like schedule change. I think. Obviously I'm going to talk to the mods about it, but I'm gonna have to rethink, you know, like how I'm gonna go about this. Yeah. Because obviously she deserves that, you know, she puts in a lot of work. So I think the best thing for me is to do that, but like I said, we'll talk about it. I want to be a little more, yeah, like not a revamp, but more like just a I guess just gonna look at it again and see what works, you know? Because I like 3 a week. I think 3 a week is fine, but I don't know if I should do like less but longer or more but shorter. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it though. I'll probably take off tomorrow. I'm gonna really sit on it, and then I'll talk to mods about it. You guys, you know, we'll figure something out. But yeah. I can't tell you just off the top, Ori, but let's just say the vetting process is mainly focused on consistency. But we really don't need anyone right now, man. It really was good, oh well. I'm glad you were here, man. I'm glad you saw it. Less but longer would be my preference. Yeah, thank you guys. I'm glad you understand that. Demented, I appreciate you noticing that. Dark, Vex, I appreciate that. I know you guys would get it. No surprise there that you guys understand. But I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to put some thought into it. It was really good, not gonna lie. Gosh, that was a long, yeah, it was good. It was good. It was long, but it was needed. for everyone. Had my earbuds in at work the whole time, my man. Makes work go by so much quicker, doesn't it, Will? She dropped a lot of wisdom. Yeah, for real. She's very wise beyond her years. Very, very wise beyond her years. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I appreciate that. Demented Dark, thank you for shouting her out again. Yeah, guys, go let her know we sent you. She's gonna be playing Mario Kart on Wednesday. That's interesting. Yeah, Vex. I do know what you're trying to say. Yeah. I think we got to give the ladies their time, you know? They already, you know, she's already putting up with me doing this crap, you know? I think she deserves some good quality time, right? So I'm going to do that. And then I'll come up with a new schedule, hopefully. If not this week, next week, but we'll see. It might happen sooner, though, because, like I said, it's not a lot of times that I get to hang out with her because she's only off on the weekends. But the thing is, my schedule is always changing. I work weekends. You know what I mean? But I work until like 4. So if I can get her on the weekends after 4 and then just work throughout the week while she's working, that might be best. You know what I mean? I might even squeeze in some early streams. I don't know. Just to show love to the guys on the other side of the world there overseas. You know? Because they don't get to really be in the stream. So there's a lot I want to do, but it's all time management, you know? I work a lot. I work weekends, I work holidays, like I'm always working, you know? So we'll see. We'll talk though. It depends. It depends. Like early streams. Yeah, it's possible, guys. It's possible. I might. I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, we'll still be doing Fall Guys though. I'm gonna mix in some other stuff though. Some variety games, like checking out games you want me to try. It's a lot. Yeah. You gotta balance both. I don't think so, Dark. I don't think I'll go back to starting at 5. Because I still want to like keep working out, you know? I don't know though. That's what I'm saying. Because, yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The thing about 4:30 is just too close to when I get off work, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm not even home until 4:30. So that's the only problem. You know what I mean? I can make 601. I can make that time. You know? But then it's too late for like Demented, for example. You know? So I'm gonna really sit down and think about it. And then I'll come up with a decent plan. For real, it really is. Oh, thank you, Nightbot. Yeah, I love that guy, man. I'm a big fan. Hopefully I'm a lot better with it. Yeah, 601 is just too good. Appreciate it, man. Swear to God, like, it's cracked, man. All right. I'm gonna put some thought into it, Vex, and then I'll see. You know? Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for that, Ori. Thank you for stopping by tonight. That's right, Vex. We will. We'll talk. We'll talk probably tomorrow. You guys have a good Sunday. I'll let you know in a post whether or not you're gonna see me tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to Lady real quick and then we'll see what we can do. But like I said, we'll most likely take Sunday off, and then if I do the schedule change, I would expect a stream this week sooner than later. But we'll see. So, all right, guys. I'm out. Dallas. Maybe another time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great rest of your night wherever you are. Get some sleep. It was a W podcast. I'm about to go find Lady, see if she killed the mailman for losing her stuff. She was not too thrilled about that, let me tell you. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. You have a good one. I'll catch you sooner than later. I'll let you know what's going on tomorrow. It was a W pod for sure. I'll catch you on the flip. Talk to me on Twitter or Discord where I'm running my trap. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Be good to each other. Appreciate you, Kingdom. Goodbye. Goodbye.